I'm live now. I'm live. So, hold on. I'm gonna go on here. I'm not gonna even. I'm gonna see if it changes anything. So I go on here while this is going. There's no audio. It's just what I'm playing in the background, and so that I can go to my page and share it out. See, and then so just right, and all I have to do is just click on it and I can share it. And I just share it out.
Fuck all these nerds.
Okay. So now I can start my TikTok going on here. So the only reason I do TikTok is because I have a ton of followers on TikTok.
TikTok is one of the only things that's not fucking corrupted yet.
Oh, it's corrupted enough. Though.
Yeah,
It
but
sucks.
not as bad as Facebook though, man.
Oh no, I agree.
Facebook's fucked. I mean, it's still usable, but it's pretty
Okay. We're doing Horny Gnome Booze Cruise, episode 9. Is it Eberhardt or Eberhardt?
Eberhardt.
Okay. I've been saying it wrong all week. So now, I'm going live. And then you should just be able to refresh this and you'll see that I'm live. Negative. So then we can do this. This. Oh, that's damn life. Here, go right back into that damn page. You might have to go and find me. There you go. Now.
That's smart using the 0.
I had to. TikTok wouldn't let me say horny.
Oh my god, really?
So there you go.
Fucking commies. You're corrupted.
Here, go ahead. Can you put that in that phone holder up there? Just don't hit the one button. Don't hit the side buttons. And then aim it down at us, kind of. You can, yeah, spread the button. You just put one side in and then the other side.
There go legs, baby.
Now here. There we go. Down and here. Go over a little bit more. Because you're going to have to try to catch you too. That'll probably be alright. Yeah, it'll catch you. There you go. You're good.
We'll get more dark.
No, here, yeah, there's. It'll be alright. Oh yeah, it'll be alright. You're here. Okay, cool.
Here.
So now we can see if there's people coming in and stuff like that off of yours. Do you get it? Boom. What the hell? Vince is calling you. Okay, we're gonna start this up here in a second.
Doing a podcast, I'll call you back. Bring back.
Okay, now go back. There you go. There you go. Cool. So it'll say down here who's following and stuff like that. The whole thing. What's going on, everybody? We're getting ready to start the podcast. See, I got 7 in here, 8 in there.
Nice.
What's going on, everybody? This is special guest Alex Eberhardt. Gonna play some tunes later, even.
Hell yeah. How's it going, y'all?
All right, so we're gonna start the podcast. You ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready? Okay.
Snapshot.
And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 9, the Horny Gnome Booze Cruise, with special guest Alex Eberhardt.
How's it going, everybody?
So Alex is an upcoming local music artist, plays country, some of his own stuff, a little bit of everything, and is also the host of Get Up and Grind, inspirational podcast about pulling yourself up by the bootstraps every day and keep going. So we're gonna, if you have any questions for Alex that you want asked or answered or whatever, hop in the comments and say what's up, and we'll answer them. Other than that, we're just gonna kind of go through a normal show. We'll do a little bit of beer review stuff too, and then I'll just be asking him questions the whole time. All right, so here we are. We're back at it. So this first beer we're gonna try is Hazy Bear Hug. This is from Goose Island. I got it in a variety pack.
Flashy.
Yeah, it's a super rad can.
Look how cool that bear is.
6.8% ABV Hazy IPA. There we go. And there we go.
It's definitely not a Busch Light, Shane.
It's not. So I'll get into the first question. Where are you at with craft beer?
Love it. I would rather drink craft beer than a Bud Light or something you can buy in the general store.
Yeah, so you're from the Omaha area. What is some of the craft places that you like to attend in Omaha?
Honestly, the Infusion Brewery is one of the only ones. That and Pint 9 are the only ones I really fuck with.
So you don't go to Cross Train at all? Because they share a wall.
Well, yeah,
with
so
Pint
I
9.
used to do the Cross Train thing, and then we started going to Pint 9.
James is rad. James
Yeah.
James is a good friend of the show. He sponsored a bunch of beer for us one time,
I like
too.
the games, the yard games they have.
There you go.
Places
A little
can
bit
have
more to
yard
do
games.
over there.
Yeah, those are my two frequents. Other than that, I really I'm
So-
a pretty loyal customer.
I'm back and forth on Infusion.
Why is that?
So, because I've had good beer from Infusion and beer I could definitely pass on from Infusion.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Like
which
But
one
I'm
made
that
you
way with
gag?
Cross
Was it
Train,
the
too.
Sasquatch?
So Cross Train I'm the same way with. And I told the guy to his face one time, I said, you make one of the best IPAs in the whole state. Fairy Nectar is arguably one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's super good. But
Yeah.
I was like, you also make the worst beer in the whole state. And he's like, no, what?
No.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you made this Christmas ale last year that was Malay Kalikimaka, which had the coolest fucking name, right? The coolest can art. It was a swimming pool with a red bikini floating on the water with Christmas lights all around it, right? Everything screamed Christmas vacation. It was perfect. The beer was garbage. Like, absolute...
They
one of the worst.
The label?
Oh, it's
They're
so
trying to
bad.
pimp it?
It was... I'm not a big gingerbread fan anyhow, but it was like 200% gingerbread cookie kind of tasting. And then
Was it dark?
It was dark, but it wasn't like dark, you know? It was, it was like a above an amber, below a porter dark.
Oh,
you know?
okay, yeah,
It's a
okay.
Christmas ale. Like, winter ales tend to be that way. They're like an amber.
You know, it was
and
really
then you
good,
like
the
spice it.
cranberry ale.
Oh,
You ever
that see,
tried
I could probably,
cranberry brew?
oh yeah, I could definitely get behind something like that.
The gingerbread man, though, I don't know if I could taste gingerbread
It was
man.
too much. It was too
drinking
much.
beer.
It was aggressive. It was
It
just
was aggressive.
It was. It was. I think I still have a can of it in that fridge. I refuse to drink, but I show
Oh,
people when they come
shit.
over. This is a garbage beer.
Is it just way too concentrated? Just way too much?
It's too much ginger, too much spice, not enough sweet to go along
Not
with
enough
it.
nice?
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So it just
Oh,
didn't jive together, and it didn't jive for me. And I was like, nah, this is trash. And I had other people that tried it and stuff, and they all think it's garbage too. So
Well,
so this year they redeemed themselves though.
did
So
did they replace it? What they replace it with?
They replaced it with. I got it up here even.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere. Man.
Look at that cock.
Yeah. Anyhow, so it's cross drain, but it was a little full, a lot of sap. I think it's probably over here.
That's badass.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Pale ale.
See here. Okay, so here it is. So this is little full, lot of sap, and so they redeemed themselves. This is a great IPA. So the other one was just it was trash.
I like that. I like that.
It was really
cover.
good. Yeah. So it was really good. Hey, Rapid Dave, what's poppin', buddy? How are you? What's up? Thanks for popping in. So yeah, so it like I said, it was one I couldn't do. So I like Cross Train. I'm better friends with James though. James bought a kayak from me and stuff, and dropped off a bunch of beer when he did it and stuff. And I reviewed a bunch of beer. It was cool. It was pretty rad. So So I'll probably stop in when we're going that way this next weekend.
I need to explore a little bit more.
You know what? There's even one. So Highway 14 Brewery is in Albion, Nebraska. So it's just like right up the road, 20 minutes or something. And they do some dynamite stuff.
Is there a way you could do like a...
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, so they have that in like Lincoln and Omaha. They like have like places where they do like just like brew stuff or whatever. Yeah, you just kind of
You hop on the bus. All right, we're gonna go for a weekend. Loop back around.
It does. So there's one that does a big one too, where it's Lincoln and Omaha same day. And you do like a big. Yeah.
What would a guy got to do to like get a sponsored brew tour in which he played music?
There you go.
Like
That'd
I'm
be
the
rad.
entertainment at every venue.
There you go. You could be the piano man.
I'm
piano man in the bus in between stops or whatever.
Yeah.
There you go.
Every spot, I'm just playing some tunes.
There you go.
Just whipping out some covers.
You have to figure out how to battery power your stuff or running off the bus. Or
I just take Dage's Bose speaker. That thing, it's got like a 20-hour battery life.
Oh yeah, it's so loud too. Yeah.
Fucking nuts, man! Lights up the whole room.
Oh, about to call it a night. Yeah.
Wow.
It's good. I think it's really good. It's not super hazy, but it fits right in that category. I think it's good. I think it's really good.
Cracks me up, man. It's like the cool Yogi Bear, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi Beer, if you will, you know.
I think it's dope.
And it shows a zoom out like, hey, bright.
Like I came to party.
Haze.
I'm here for business, but I came to party.
It's gonna be bright, sunshiny haze.
That's
That's brilliant, man.
That's pretty good. So that comes in a variety pack with a bunch of different ones that are like beer. Tropical Bear Hug is in there, and another neon Bear Hug is in there.
And Goose Island's pretty big too, right?
Yeah. Goose Island is out of Seattle. They're a big company. They're owned by I don't know, Anheuser-Busch or one of those big ones like that.
One of their faces.
Yeah.
One of their many faces.
Well, so like what happens with these breweries is like a bigger company like Anheuser-Busch or whatever, or Heineken or what, one of those that owns all those, they'll buy these companies out and then they'll take their recipe and then they'll like change it to make it cheaper, and then they'll still try to put out the same beer, but it changes from the micro brew to like the big,
corporate brew.
Yeah, if you will, yeah.
That's funny.
So I did a little digging, and so you've been doing this for a minute. You've been doing this live music thing for a minute.
Yeah, like in the trenches at the open mics up in Omaha, like meeting a lot of friends, and then it's wild how like you have to like stay tough, stay in your fucking lane, right?
Oh, yeah,
Don't offend anybody. Like, make friends with everybody. Just be peaceful with everybody, right? And then as I got out of it, I'm becoming my own artist and becoming.
Oh, there you go.
Have my own opinion.
Turn this thing off. It's gonna be loud. But yeah, no, I get.
But
I get
the problem with that is it doesn't always align with everybody that I used to align with.
There you go. So
and it's,
so did you? Where did you start the music stuff out at?
I want to tip my hat to Mr. AJ Lancaster.
Okay.
Sophomore year, like I had a really rough freshman summer leading into sophomore year, and it was like teen angst and shit. I'm like, I don't want to play football, but I feel compelled. And he's like,
so you don't want to play football, but you still want chicks? That's.
Well, right. Yeah, no. So there had to be an even trade off, right? I'm like, dude, I can't like be a loser and not play football. I have to have something else. And he's like, well, I've heard you sing in choir because it's mandatory in junior high. He's like, we're in the same section in choir. You have an amazing voice. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, for real?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, okay, fine. Paid him $50. He gave me a guitar. And forever, dude, I was like slowly plunking on shit. Scared to death, man. Because I knew I was good. Deep down, I believed it too. I knew. Everybody I've ever sang for was always like, whoa, dude, you got something. 8 years old was my first like taste of, hey, dude, you got this. So anyway, hat tip to Mrs. Dowling at Longfellow Elementary, first of all.
Okay.
She was the first one. But yeah, AJ really kind of threw me into it, and I went to Nashville after high school and threw myself into the pit, right? Totally got fucking mutilated when I was down there. I got a DUI, like it just wasn't good. So then I was like, all right, I got to.
So you just Morgan Wallen it the whole time you were.
Oh yeah, dude, partied my ass off. It was great. Met a whole bunch of crazy people, and did nothing in my music. It was, dude. I was ashamed of myself, man. It was bad.
But Nashville's a party town.
Oh, it is. And if you don't party, you don't know anybody.
Yeah, no, you have to. I mean, you have to mingle. You just have to watch it, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, at the time I had no self-control.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm
everything all the
36 years old and have zero self-control. I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. And so, like, I was like, okay, DUI, I fucked up. Moved back home. Pops came and got me. I was like, tail between my legs. Went back to school.
Yeah.
So, Mom, hey, I got this 2-year degree. Here you go. My transaction with you is done. I'm going to go play some music. And, so it just kind of spun out. I went to a 4-year college, and I was in music courses.
Yeah, there you go.
And I was like, there was just a disconnect with me. I'm like, I'm a creator. I'm not a consumer. I'm a producer, if you will.
Okay.
So I just felt consumed by the consumption of this other stuff. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Straight up, I was like, okay, I'm going to just ride it out. Got B's. Yeah. Nearly Ivy League level school is Hastings College.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, it's up there. Yeah.
Fucking serious shit. I was pretty proud of myself for getting through it with B's. Anyway, threw myself into a relationship, dropped out of school, like didn't drop out, but just didn't continue.
Yeah.
And fell in love, man.
Yeah.
Fell in love, and she inspired me to take it the extra mile.
Okay.
And really, like, put up or fucking shut up forever about it.
Oh, yeah. You can't be that guy, right?
She's like, what's your timeline? 2 years into our relationship, she looks me dead in the fucking face. We're drinking one night. She's like, what's your timeline on this? Because you talk about it all the time, but I don't see you doing shit.
Well, I'm calling you out.
Damn, girl, I fucking love you.
That's funny. Okay.
I love when she talks shit to me, really.
Yeah.
Because it fires me up. It makes me like,
no,
okay, let's go party. Let's do this.
There was a great TikTok that's like, if your girl doesn't scare you a little bit and like whatever, then leave that boring ass bitch alone and find you somebody that just like makes you question your decisions a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, why did I sign up for this shit?
Yeah.
I don't know to feel what's going on. Sorry I didn't see you. Hell yeah, buddy. This is Alex Eberhardt. We're just talking some tunes, talking a little bit of inspiration. Austin, what's going on? Hopping in on TikTok. Wet bread, dry soup. Hey, man, thanks. I love my Sublime shirt. It's pretty dope. I like it. There you go. I love Sublime.
How accurate is this here? Because I feel like I'm kind of...
What do you mean? No. This is the camera for this up there. So yeah, so that's why. Yeah, you can cut over a little bit. Yeah, you're good to go. Oh, no, I meant this way. You can be in the camera more this way. I can scoot over a little bit. So you started doing this in Nashville, came back, you dried it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And now your girl's lighting a fire under your ass.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be the guy, or be this other guy.
Yeah. We were living together, and she's like, either run this moving company that you started.
Okay.
You know, because I needed some way to like not be clocking in.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Okay.
You know. And I just, like, I never took it the extra mile. I never, like, took it the next scale. You know, I never exploded it like I knew I could.
Okay.
So I was like, dude, that's going to take so much of my energy, and I want to play music. So I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to move to Omaha. I'm going to throw myself in a pit that's closer to home.
Okay.
So I threw myself in the next pit as a personal trainer. Very fucking rewarding, man. I was in the best shape of my life. Like, I need to wring out my sponge for a while. Like, I need to heal by healing others.
Okay.
And it did a number on me, man. And then I went and actually saw what's called a NET therapist. It's like neuro-emotional technique is what it's called. So it's very non-invasive. It's very, very much like connecting the brain to the body.
Oh,
it's like chiropractic, but that next level shit, right?
Okay.
So, because they can feel, right, the knots in your body is stress. They can feel that, and they can also feel the stress radiating off those areas.
Okay.
Because when your muscles are tight, what does it do? It's like really fast vibration, right?
Oh yeah.
They can feel your energy, right? They know what they're looking for. it's wild as fuck, man. But he's helped me break down all these barriers that were keeping me in fear of pursuing the stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Really some wild shit. Never really talked about it with anybody, but that's what's really been happening. And, yeah, man. And Dage, I ran into Dage after I stumbled out of the open mic scene about 3 years later. And I was just like, I want something, I want it now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready. And met Dage Lee, American Rebel Tour, meet Shane.
There we go.
And here we are, fast forward on the podcast, the Horny Goat.
Yeah.
And I'm
Horny
excited.
Gnome in the house. Absolutely. So I caught you on my birthday.
So yeah, fuck that up. It's Horny Gnome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Singing
So
Horny
that wasn't
Goat
the first time I saw you. I saw you at Prairie Pride. That first night at Prairie
man.
Pride.
Yeah.
And we, so anytime Dage is around and close and I can see, like, we don't have something booked or whatever, I try to go out and see him. It's just been one of those things ever since he started. And I don't necessarily, it wasn't like me and Dage had that friendship to where, like, I always had to back him. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, right? We were like acquaintances. We knew each other. We knew, whatever. And I played back in the day, like back when...
Really?
So back when Luke Mills was in After the Order. When he was like the biggest...
Pop punk?
And I did pop punk back in the day.
Bro, respect.
So, but and it was short-lived, and we didn't play a lot of gigs and whatever, but like enough to where I got a little taste of kind of whatever. And so it was cool seeing somebody who started out with almost no background in it and just started out and going, this is what I want to do. I think I can do this.
Yeah.
And from now to like Prairie Pride, from like when he started in the first couple of shows to Prairie Pride is a 10 times over musician. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not from, okay, well, I'm just going to sit in my house all day and practice. It's not from that. It's from him pushing himself with other artists, around other people, in front of people.
Yeah,
and
he
just
puts
getting
himself
better
around
and
those
just
people all the
and
time.
and he's gotten so much better. And I'm not saying he's bad to start with, but
Well,
like
we all suck when we start, man.
so
No matter what it is.
his tempo to his playing, all of it has gotten leaps and bounds better. Because it used to be his vocals were right there. Because he used to always karaoke and bullshit back in the day.
And
So
he did
his
the DJ things, and
so-
he knew how to work a crowd.
yeah, so his vocal stuff was there, but his playing at the time did not match his vocals. But like I went out and we had a good time, and he had some other people out with him the first couple of times. And like anytime he'd be in like the Grand Island area tour, it was like an easy drive for me. Go and hang out with him and whatever. I'd go every show, and so I've probably been to, I don't know, probably 15 shows or something, probably over the stretch of however many years.
That Banana Ram show was fire.
It was a good show. Crowd didn't get into it as much.
No, man.
But it was a good show. I thought it was a great
we
show.
put on a good show. Sometimes it's like that, though. Sometimes we're just background noise, and that's okay.
Yeah,
We're
I
having
thought
fun.
it was a phenomenal show.
We were having fun.
I felt bad for the drummer guy. Is it Caleb, the drummer guy?
Yeah.
Because he just like slumped over the whole time,
dude,
beating
he
on that
beats
shit.
the crap out of that.
Oh, and I'm like, oh
Man.
I couldn't do that. My fat
loves
ass
it, though,
slumped
dude.
over that whole time, just boom, boom, boom.
He
I
loves
couldn't do
it
it.
so much.
It was good. No, I thought it added a lot to the show too, having that extra percussion. Just that little bit, I think, adds a lot to the show.
Even just the one extra person on the stage just adds more to the presence. And like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
yeah.
We're not just an acoustic show.
And then-
we're here to like entertain you.
And then earlier that week I had messaged him and I was like, hey, for my birthday I just want one of you guys, I don't care which one, I want one of you guys to learn Fucker Gently and play it for my birthday.
Yeah,
and Sage is like, no, I got it. And I'm like, no, I mean, if you whichever one of you, I don't care which one. He goes, no, I got it. And so I was thinking it was going to be,
too.
I thought it was going to be subpar. I thought it was going to be like half-assed. It was the best song he played.
Fucking nailed it, dude.
The best song all night long that he played.
Right up
so
there
good.
with Kryptonite, because he nails the fuck out
Oh
of
yeah,
Kryptonite too when he plays
absolutely. Oh, Kyle from my other co-host. What's going on? This is my other co-host from our other show, Unlikely Role Models. So Kyle's
What up,
hopping
Kyle?
in here. So I thought it was a great show. We had a good little group of people and stuff.
Yeah, I had like
bar was
3
packed.
of my posse there. I don't usually have posse there, but the
Yeah,
next
they
day
showed
was
up
my
couple-
bachelor party.
Oh, there you
So
go.
it was like that night was like after their show was like bachelor party
going?
engaged, baby.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, we getting drunk tonight. And we did, man.
There you go.
We did. It was
I
great.
guess I missed that. That was my birthday. I had a party with you guys too. Let's crack this next one open.
Ooh, what you got there?
So this is Rogue from Rogue. It's Dreamland. It's an American lager.
That's a trippy ass can.
Right?
Too.
It's from
Holy
Rogue.
shit.
So Rogue is out of Seattle. This is 4.8%.
Three-eyed alien. Check him out.
Isn't that cool? Right? I think it's a super... Just this guy on like what looks like a path.
Do they have a
skateboard.
story on the side?
It does.
They have a whole story about it.
But this is drink beer, build skate parks. This beer was born from a dream to renovate our hometown skate park in Newport, Oregon, to give our community a safe and clean place. The incredible people at Dreamland Skate Parks helped make our dream come true and realize theirs. So we brewed Dreamland American Lager.
Nice.
That's super cool. So then,
American
yeah,
sourced and all that.
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is from Oregon. Yeah, from Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. Kyle says, make sure he keeps my seat warm for me.
Ha!
Kyle usually sits in that seat. There you go, buddy.
It's a hot seat
Boom.
tonight, Kyle. Tell you what, boy.
So, so I've always kind of helped follow Dage and promote his stuff for as long as I can and everything. And he does the same. He's great about pushing my stuff when he's in different places and stuff. He's
He's a great
awesome.
judge of character too, man.
Yeah.
He really is, and he supports the right people.
All right. This is just American Lager, but I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't had. Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for being on the show. Oh, that's tasty.
Oh goddamn!
Right? That's super tasty. Just a nice crisp lager.
Is this not the coolest fucking logo in beer?
For big name beers.
I mean, forever.
Shot
like,
Top is super dope.
Since they came out with that logo, like I always loved the beer. It's
Yeah.
like a mainstream beer.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. But how brilliant is that?
Shot Top is a great
Making
logo.
the cool orange guy. Like, oh, how do we make him look like Joe Camel without making him look like Joe Camel?
No, it looks like the Moon Man.
Oh,
Back in
that's
the day.
right. Yeah,
From
yeah,
back
the
in the
Blue
day.
Moon Man.
There we go. Oh, Hoppin' Mash hopping in here. What's up, Austin? How are you, buddy? Well, I tell you what, we're half an hour into this. You want to crank a tune out real quick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's
I'm
gonna
just sit, man.
No, it's you want to just sit over here and do it? You can crank it out however you want to. We can do it here if you want to do it here, or you want to slide this over and stand.
Yeah, you can put slide that over here.
There you go. Hop in here.
Make sure my fucking zipper's up, right?
I think
Don't want any cows getting out, boy.
I think you're good. All right, bud.
Got a 57 Chevy, got enough room in the backseat. We take it out on the weekend, yeah, we break the red real deep. I don't mind getting stuck, no, I take it in four-wheel drive. A 57 Chevy, yeah, the girl, she'll never die. Don't you go talking that smack, boy, I don't wanna be heard. I don't know where you've been tonight, but girl, I'm sure it ain't been in the back of a vintage American car. 'Cause ain't nobody got one like my 57 wide. Yeah. Oh, now. Oh, yeah. She drives real nice, especially down the coastline on 80. mistaken for dragging on. We'll smoke the doors off your Ford anytime you want. She's a 57 Chevy, got a four down on the floor. Got the four-wheel drive popped in high, gonna rip it on for show. Just make sure you got the whiskey bottle in the back of my 57 Chevy. She ain't got a rag. Oh, improv.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. Alex Eberhardt, everybody. I don't have an applause button or I hit it right now. Man.
It's just one of those things. Like I can just start playing a lick, and it just like you get that rush.
You just go into it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's wild, man. It's wild how it works, and it's nice, just to like be able to do freeform, and you get a lot of cool ideas out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can tell some stories a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
If you come to the show, the American Rebel Tour, it's mostly a lot of covers. I whip some of that stuff out. Like if we got a good crowd, like we did in, we had a half decent crowd over there in Banana Ranch.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was
the big room, not so much.
Yeah,
but like there were some people that were paying attention. I was ripping some stuff.
It was good. Yeah,
Stringers, man. Next time you're up in Yankton,
really?
Excuse me. Yeah, go check it out.
I like going to Yankton for fishing. All the paddle noses up there and everything. Oh,
I've never been. It was my first time in Yankton. I was just blown away. I was like, dude, we're at the coolest bar I've ever seen, and there's a mountain right next to it.
Right? Yeah.
The fucking river was just on the other side of that.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Kyle, we got to go up to Yankton together. It'll be a good time, buddy. So, on and off the field, hopping in here with hell yeah, brother. That's my buddy Dylan over and on and off the field. And then Kyle hopping in here with great. So there we go. We got a little bit of feedback. Some other people hopping in here. What's going on, Sari? How's it going? Bar looks great. Hey, thanks. Another reason to drink. Got my buddies over there. Another reason to drink is the reason I got into podcasting. You want to talk about podcasting a little bit? We can get into that.
Man.
So I've always kind of listened to podcasts, but it's just been here and there. It's like stuff that interests me. Like one of the best produced podcasts on the planet is Lore. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So Andrew Meinke, something like that. He produces like a whole group of shows under the Grim and Mild like moniker or whatever. But one of his shows is Cabinet of Curiosity, which talks about like weird items and stuff like that like of like the world, like in weird facts. And then Lore talks about stuff like vampires and werewolves and like everything, like ghosts and like lighthouse ghosts and crazy shit, right?
Fucking wild shit.
It's the greatest, but it's produced so good. Like the podcast was produced good enough that Amazon gave it 2 seasons of a television show.
No, for real?
It's produced that good.
That's fire.
So arguably the best produced stuff comes out of that group of people, or that Grim and Mild moniker or whatever. So I listened to that stuff. I listened to a couple others, and then I started trying to listen to beer podcasts. But they kind of lost me, right? So I love talking about beer. But they were going too deep, and I wasn't there yet. Like I wasn't, and they were talking about a lot of the.
They were slinging some verbiage. You were like,
and they were talking about a lot of like the homebrew stuff, which is like I don't have any interest in. My life is busy enough. I don't need to try to grow my own beer. I don't want to do that.
I mean, the beard is enough work, right?
This is plenty of work.
Is plenty of work.
This looks like a shit show every day. That just encompasses my whole life.
I tried shaping mine yesterday, and it just like it gets in shock, if you ever touch it with anything to
or
cut
a mask. God forbid a mask.
Oh man,
a mask will fuck a beard.
Man, yeah,
like that.
Smash it,
like that.
Smash it all to piss.
And so anyhow, I don't want to homebrew my own beer. I don't have any desire to try to do my own beer.
Tried it in high school. It was ghetto as shit. It was just awful.
Doing it in the back of the toilet bowl or something? Like, trying to make some prison beer? Like,
yeah, but like mine is the toilet bowl, but it was all the same. It was like in a 5-gallon bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like, We just found it in our barn. I'm like, let's make some beer, get some yeast and herpy-dirt, right? Like, we thought we was geniuses, how sophomores in high school. Like,
yeah.
Man, same idiots smoking ditch weed because we lived on a farm, Looks like weed, man. There's bugs and stuff.
It's not giving us headaches at all or nothing.
No, yeah, it's not going to be an awful experience ever, right?
Oh,
man. It's dumb.
So you started Get Up and Grind. Was that your first podcast?
The first podcast was called Find Your Fight, and it was with a co-host named Veronica.
Okay.
We were personal trainers at the same gym
outfit
for a couple years, and like we both kind of had the same interest in like the way the world. We wish we could spin the perception of how the world is instead of like me versus you. It's like us versus the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some course correction, And we talked about mental health and stuff like that. Stayed away from politics for the most part, but it was mostly just like healing, like self-help, self-healing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And accepting yourself, like people with ADHD, people with bipolar disorder, like don't identify with your disorder because we both have, mood disorder, ADHD, like whatever, label you want to slap on it. I think it's just brilliance, and they're trying to keep us down with labels.
Okay, there you go.
Right?
Yeah. No, I got you.
So we talked about that, and we were very open with our experience. Like, we ain't telling you to do shit. Like, we always say we are not fucking doctors.
Yeah,
we are trainers, and we have issues.
Yeah,
this is about our experience. Like,
oh yeah, no. So to lead on to that, so I have arguably undiagnosed ADD for sure, right?
Oh, dude, it's so fucking common, man.
And they tried to, back when I was in school, they tried to put me on Ritalin because that was what they put on everybody.
Oh, yeah. It was the cure-all, right?
Yeah. And so, but at one point, I dated somebody that had depression and anxiety, and at the time, I didn't have any depression. I've had that since my injury, but I didn't, so she had, everything, OCD and everything, everything working against her. And she just took a plethora of pills every day, and nothing really did it. And then she started running marathons. She started running. And she was, garbage at running when she started, you know what I mean? But then got to the point where she was running half marathons, full marathons, anytime they pop up. And got to be, really good. But that was what centered her out or whatever. So I can see that coalition with, mental health and, physical health or whatever.
Well, it can completely take you out of the game. Like, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to, get your hustle on, there's ebbs and flows in my income because of my mental health, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be completely fucking honest.
100%. I'm right there with
you. My wife's like, why do we have all these dips in the... I'm trying. I'm fighting real hard, I swear to God. So that's why I hired this gal today. That's a whole nother story. But I needed to replace myself because I'm so distracted, man.
Oh, there you go.
I have a gift. And I also have an illness.
Yeah.
So I have to use the gift that doesn't strike my illness.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's awesome.
This is another gift that I have. I don't say I'm the pro at it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy engaging in a conversation.
As self-serving as it is, in this, I love to talk. So this is a way of me doing it constructively, where I don't get bitched at for talking.
Right.
God, you fucking talk all the time. Yeah, motherfucker. This is all in here.
I got shit to say. I got some shit to say.
Let me say it in a constructive way.
I'm shaking about it.
100%.
My wife's I just can't get deep today. I'm like, we can get deep later, but I'm not even surface level yet. Can we just talk? I need this right now. She's like, go do a podcast. I'm like, fine. I'll be back in 2 hours.
Right? Oh, yeah. And that's how these start out, right? So these, my solo ones, I was 45 minutes. I can do 3 beers, 15 minutes a piece, whatever, talking about it. And then I'll look down. It's an hour and a half into this motherfucker. And I'm like, God damn. And my co-host and we've been doing the same thing. Because we'll have, we'll go into that day, call each other, hey, do you have news stories and stuff like that for today? No, I haven't even looked at shit yet. And I was like, yeah, I haven't even looked at anything, right? We'll get in, and we'll have 3 pages apiece worth of shit that we just dug up that day.
And you don't even hit it.
And it's 3 hours later, and we're just finishing up, and I'm like, oh no, this has got to be cut down. So we've been doing better, and we had and I don't have any problem bringing this up. We had to talk about how my language is like us, but he wanted it toned down for the other podcasts, so it can reach more people.
Oh yeah, no,
and I get that, you know.
100%.
And so
I swear on my podcast, just lightly and as needed.
Yeah,
mainly.
And so this one's free.
But I also motivate with swear language. You feel me?
And this
Tony
one's
Robbins.
like that. This one's big, open words. I don't care what I say.
Yeah,
you know?
man. And it's awesome to like actually have an open forum that I can be myself, and it's cool.
Yeah.
The space is welcoming my fucking intense energy right now.
There you go.
I love it. My wife's like, oh, you know, but I need this stuff.
Oh yeah,
know?
no, she doesn't get it either. She's an introvert, so
Right.
she doesn't get it. And I'm like, if I don't talk to somebody today,
I'm gonna fucking lose my head.
I'm gonna twist.
She wonders why I'm grumpy all the time. I need to speak.
Oh yeah, like if I don't get this out, I'm gonna twist off some old broad's head tomorrow. Like fucking.
Sometimes I cry it out. Like if I can't get it out, it comes out in sad, and I'm like, why am I sad?
Oh,
the fuck is this shit?
I do shutdown. So we're like, if I get that way, like if my depression starts like feeling like a blanket, like I call it, I sleep all day, I just shut down. It's the worst.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it good. And
sometimes if you don't have a good coping mechanism yet, like don't go to the office, man.
Yeah,
like don't bring your shit to the office.
Well, and I'm big about that. Like leave your fucking problems at the door for work.
But
right?
sometimes it's inevitable,
It
right?
sucks.
Like sometimes when you're on the flow, you're on the hustle, and you know you gotta be there, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
You know,
it's
especially
bad.
if you're working a job that like. If you don't have PTO or you're not on a salary,
right,
you're like,
right.
fuck if I don't
even then, right? So even if people depend on you to get a job done every day, even if you have PTO, right? You still you feel reliable to those people, those individuals you work with, to not add to their fucking workload or whatever.
Right. And then you take on that guilt of like, fuck me, man, I really let Johnny down today. Cause, because we're feeling creatures, right? We need that.
Yeah. So if I didn't have this shit, I don't know. I used to work 3 jobs. Like that was my thing. It was like I just worked all the time, and I worked 3 jobs and I had a business. At one time.
Stop it.
It was crazy.
That's suicide.
So I was a full-time electrician. I bartended at a bar. I bartended at another bar on the weekends sometimes. And then I had a full-time wood shop at the time. So like I would get off work, say, if I didn't have to work both jobs that day, I would get off work at electrician at, say, I got home at like 4 o'clock or something. And I would go to my fucking shop, and I'd be at my shop at, say, 5 o'clock or something like that. And I would work 5 to 1. And then wake back up at 6 a.m. to go back to that fucking electrician job. It was so bad. It was bad. It was bad on me. It was bad on my energy all the time. I just
like 5P to 1A.
And it was trying to be, and then I was trying to be a dad on top of all that. You know, like so I don't have every other weekend. I have a little bit more than that. So I was trying to be a dad to 2 daughters on top of that.
Like joint custody.
Yeah. So instead of every other weekend, I have every other weekend. Plus Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that same weekend. So it was pretty cool. So, but trying to be a dad during that and try to work and it was brutal for a long time.
Bro.
It was brutal.
I would have fell off the fucking deep end for sure.
But now I think about it and like I work 1 full-time job and then I do this. I do podcast stuff or whatever. Just the podcast stuff and social media associated with podcast stuff. I feel like that's a part-time job, if not a full-time job sometimes. It's a lot to try to
get on me because we'll go do like Topgolf or something with the family.
Yeah, and then you're on.
And I'm like posting about it because I'm so excited to be hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
And I want to share it. Like, she's like, why do you have to put it on social media? I'm like, honey, because this makes me happy.
Yeah.
To document this and share with my audience base, no matter how small it is. To document this and share with my people, to let people know I'm not a fucking ingrate, like I'm not just sitting in a little room or whatever. I'm not just some guy that's just posting from absolutely. A fucking cubicle.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's hard.
You gotta humanize yourself,
and then especially if you wanted to grow it all, especially like say podcasts. Podcasts, you have to be part of communities.
Yeah,
that you can't do it on your own. You can't be one guy.
Something with streaming, you know, like when you release stuff.
So you have to be part of a community of people around you that talk about that stuff, and then you have to be in. So the best way, like Discords and stuff like that, is the best way to be part of that community, and then be part of you, because then you can, just memes or whatever. But at least you can you get interaction. There's chat stuff, and so like that's been the biggest thing of like me feeling like a part of a community of other podcasts is like they'll have a Discord and I'll be part of their Discord.
Yeah,
and then then it's like you're you're providing value to those hosts and those people during that week, and they're doing the same for you. So it's like an exchange. That's how I kind of became part of this like podcast stuff, is because I started watching.
Order of Man liked one of my posts one time because I tagged him in it.
Oh yeah,
they liked it. And so it was like, obviously I was asking for the like.
Yeah.
But just because they responded, I was like, ah, dude.
Oh yeah. Anytime a brewery does that, like
so
hits me up like, oh, thanks for the review or whatever. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Like I have big breweries that do that all the time. I'm like that's super cool.
It's like, this is real. This is a real fucking community. This is great.
It's super cool. And the podcast community is the same way. Like I started watching, so I started out watching or listening to Another Reason to Drink. That's 3 guys from Ohio, 2 twins and their other buddy, like they're best friends, and they just do beer reviews. That's all they do. They just talk and joke and have a good time, and they just do beer reviews. And I started listening to them, and then I don't know how it came about, but I ended up sending beer to them that they reviewed, and they really got after it, and they liked it, and I've been on their show a couple times. And then I just started listening to other beer podcasts, and then Strikeout Beer is another one from Texas, and I sent...
What part of Texas?
Fort Worth area, like Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so I sent him a message, and I was like, hey...
So not far.
Not terrible, yeah, not at all. 8 hours or whatever. No, probably 10.
Like a 4-hour flight?
Yeah, oh yeah, if 2 hours.
Like if he were to call you up, you're like, hey Shane, you want to come on the show tomorrow?
So, but I've been on their show remotely before... twice now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so
dope.
Yeah, so but they've helped me out. They were the people that pushed me. So Another Reason to Drink got with me and stuff, and I started talking about doing a podcast, and then that group of people from Strikeout Beer pushed me. They're like, if you think you got a show, put it together, whatever, and then if we like it, we'll put it on our network. And I did a couple of shows, a couple of these solo ones and stuff. And then me and my buddy had been talking about doing a show forever. And we just kind of decided to start recording. We started off with like just the cell phone, and that's it. Just the audio from the cell phone and stuff. And that's all we started with.
I still
and then we've kind of grown it now. And then we had a little bit of equipment. We got rid of that equipment. We're getting better equipment now. But then... So it just kind of started from nothing, and now we're episode 11 of our podcast, of our co-op podcast, will be this Thursday. That's every other week, so we've been going that long, 22 weeks or something like that. We've been going with that one, and this is technically episode 9, but I had like some other ones I didn't publish, the first probably 2 or whatever. And so this has been going the same distance, about 22 weeks or something.
Why didn't you publish the other couple? Was it just like
just
you weren't sure?
I had weird problems. It'd be like the video wouldn't match the audio, something dumb, and I didn't live stream them and stuff. And so once I started getting,
those are easy to beat up on, man. Those
yeah,
like
there was okay content, and like I tried stuff that I didn't like and whatever. And then once I found a name I liked. And I was like, okay, this will be episode 1. Whatever happens from this one to whatever, this is the episode.
To the stars.
Yeah. So, and I don't mind the solo one, but the solo one's going to be, and has been, centered around what I do. So this is beer review stuff. This is
see your dudes. I saw your dudes.
Oh,
your new dudes in the...
Oh, yeah.
In the clip.
Yeah, in the TikTok. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have 4 pairs now. No, I love Dutes are the most comfortable shoes on the planet. I love them.
Word.
They're so awesome.
Except don't wear them if you have athlete's foot, because they will be infected and it'll be bad.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Bad news, dude.
So
Life hack.
we got drunk one night, not that long ago, and we ordered 3 pairs, 2 for her, 1 for me. And insoles, because I wanted a new set or whatever.
You just order them direct?
Yeah, we ordered them from the website. Well, then the next day...
How much money you save versus like buying them retail if you order them from the website?
If they're the same fucking price, $59.99.
I was like, all right, life hack. No.
And then the next day we went shopping with our oldest daughter and our granddaughter and her boyfriend, the baby daddy thing, and we went shopping with them, and they're like, oh, we want to go in the Buckle, and I'm like, I don't want to go in the Buckle,
damn it.
because they have fucking dudes. They have all kinds of dudes.
And they have dudes
that you can't get online. And so, of course,
exclusive dudes.
So we were looking, and then I was like, I like these, whatever. I was like, no, I don't need any more dudes. I just ordered a new pair. She just ordered 2. We're good. And then we walked like 30 steps down the mall, and the trade home is there with all kinds of other dudes. And then
more dudes.
They're
more casual dudes, right?
Oh,
They're
man.
more like, hey, you can wear these dudes to the office. You know?
So we bought 2 more pairs.
And they're $20 more. They're office friendly.
So we bought 2 more pairs there after we just spent $200 on dudes.
Oh my god,
that's terrible.
You got a dude addiction, bruh.
Oh yeah, I got 4 pairs. She has 4 pairs now. It's a lot.
One for every outfit, right?
That's right.
You gotta get them.
That's right.
Like Pokemon, man. You gotta get all the dudes.
Gotta get all the dudes. So, give me a synopsis of what Get Up and Grind is to you. What do you got going on?
So the 3 pillars that I operate on, it's lifestyle, like entrepreneurship and lifestyle education. So like mainly what I want to do is just like wring out my sponge a little bit, like the failures that I've gotten through and the hows. You know, I don't know a shit ton, right? Like I'm not an Einstein, but I feel like I've fucked up enough in the past decade and some change.
You learn from mistakes.
As 100%. An entrepreneur, right. The mistakes that I've made are amazing coaches. Yeah. Amazing teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if I can speak that out and say, hey, y'all, like if you haven't fucked up this way yet, don't, because this is what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like Marty McFly with the book.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like,
taking it back.
I feel like I'm, in a way, in the present day, I'm going back in time to my previous self is how I look at it, right?
So you're adding closure to mistakes that you've made before.
By helping other people.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely.
And in you know, even if people say no such thing as altruism, whatever. Makes me feel good. Cool.
Right? There you go.
Know, it tickles me. It makes me happy. But it also prevents people from fucking up royally like I did.
Oh, there you go.
You know, like telling people about, hey, here's the repercussions of a DUI, maybe the day that they were going to their buddy's bachelor party and wouldn't have thought twice, right? About ever drinking and driving, right? Wouldn't have thought twice about it, would have just got shit-faced and drove home, like he always does. Well, maybe he read my post that day, or maybe he heard my podcast that day, or watched my TikTok about drinking and driving and what it did to my life.
Yeah.
And maybe he won't do it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Uh-oh. Zage is hopping in here.
Dage?
He's, hey, shitheads. At American Rebel Tour is the best band around. Get some. Just kidding, we suck.
Shameless plug. What up, dog?
Oh, man. Dage hopping in here. Dage's part is the unequivocal host of the American Rebel Tour, and Dage is one of the guys.
He's a senior partner of the firm, if you will.
That shares the stage with this guy.
The sheriff in town.
Dage will be on the show shortly. Not tonight, but he will be on the show.
He won't be shortly, but...
No, he's never short.
He'll be here shortly.
Fucking...
He's never short.
Goddamn garbage.
I asked him, I'm like, Dage, why do we gotta sit down? He's like, well, because, dude, if I don't sit down, I look huge on this stage. Like, I'm towering over everybody. That's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
You know what?
I feel it.
Okay, have you ever heard of Mohana with Red Shoes, though? Have you ever seen them live? So they're a local thing. But that guy is, like, ridiculously tall as well. Like
Mohana with red shoes?
Yes. So it started out as like
grindcore?
No. He plays He plays like oldies covers, like not oldies classic rock covers, a little bit of oldies stuff, like a little bit of everything. But
I'm thinking about doing an Elvis tour.
But he's a big local act or whatever, and he's 6'7", 6'8". He's a big tall guy too. And he used to wear these ridiculous big red shoes.
Oh.
And that's why. And because he's like
themed.
His shoes were size 17 normally or whatever. Or, you know, something
water
ridiculous.
Skis,
yeah, you know, like
with brakes on the back.
Yeah, like Dage, you know?
Good Lord. We love you, Dage.
Miranda hopping in here. Hey, shitheads. Hey, what's going on? Beautiful. How are you? Oh, man. Is there anything hopping over on TikTok? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we are doing a podcast. What's up? Shwoo?
Swing.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing. You want to crank out another two?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get this chair out of the way. You have to get closer this time, and then I'm going to crack open this beer after we get this next one done.
I'm going to crack this beer
over
your head. I want to crack this beer until I'm dead.
Gonna be like Chris Rock and crack. get that hand cracked across my face.
Goodness.
He is fingering his capo right now, just in case anybody's wondering. Come on over this way. There we go.
You ain't been here in quite a while. I've been on the phone to see you smile. It's been quite a few days, and I ain't had no break for a while. But I've been sober for a week, and filling up on money and love from you to me. So don't you be chopping down my cherry tree, 'cause I've been sober for you, babe, but this is what I breathe. So you've been gone for a while. You stopped just long enough to see me smile. For the first time in my life, I wanna put a ring on your left hand, darling. Won't you go with me? Let's be long gone. Long gone, be long gone. It will be long gone. It's a little snippet.
There you go, there you go. Nice job. Another tune from Master Alex Eberhardt. Currently 1/3 of the American Rebel Tour if Caleb shows up.
he fucking said some shit at Stringer's, and the poor girl was just trying to bust the tables right, just trying to clean up and get our asses the fuck out of her bar. And he said some shit like, "Well, does that bother you? I'm a therapist if you want to talk about it." So I'm like, dude, read the room. Read the room.
Oh, man.
It was funny, though, man. Like, it was just the exchange, and he was like, yeah, I know I'm repulsive. I'm like, well, good thing you're handsome, guy.
If you aim at nothing, you'll hit something every time. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the truth. You aim at nothing, you'll hit something every time.
There you go. Let's get into this. Let's get into this other beer we got in here. I don't even know what I put in here. What did I put in here? Ooh, this is the Deftones beer. So this is Phantom Bride IPA. No, Deftones the band.
Little cat Williams throwback. Sorry.
I
had to throw that in here.
This shit's called Def. This shit's called Def. You mean I'm not gonna be here anymore?
They can do shit all day, man.
Oh, where's the cereal? Where the fuck is that stuff? Been there. So this is Phantom Bride IPA from Belching Beaver. Deftones.
Belching Beaver.
Deftones Belching Beaver. This is
a beaver skull?
It is named after the ethereal song Phantom Bride from the Deftones. It's Amarillo, Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic hops. This is going to be fantastic. I'm telling you right now. 7.1 ABV. I'm excited for this one. This one's going to be a good one. So let's, here we go.
This is better than any barroom experience I've ever had. I want
really?
You to know that, dude. Yeah.
Hey, all right, man.
Yeah, man.
We're just tossing.
And I'm gonna let you pour it like a pro.
There you go.
I feel like I've been really,
so you
really
can't. So
screwing the
if you
pooch.
do just the side, you don't open it up. You got to kind of pour heavy, and when you pour heavy, it opens it up.
That's the head, right?
And so then you get that head is aroma. That head is.
That's
it makes
where.
it makes you really enjoy the beer all the way through.
Holy smokes, dude!
It's way different, right? There's a lot going on in this one though. So
Woo!
Citron Simcoe is going to push it through that grapefruit. You're going to get a lot of that. And then with that mosaic, you're going to get a little bit of blueberry in there. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's good, right?
I want to shove it up my nose.
I want to put my dick in it.
there, man.
That fucking beer fest or whatever. I want it to put its dick in me. Did I get the shirt? Yes, Sage, I got the shirt. It is
loud, clear, Captain.
I was gonna wear it, and then I forgot all about it.
We thought Sublime was cooler than American Rebel Tour because you always say we suck. So,
yeah, no, this is great. Here we go. Oh, that's super tasty.
But you know what? Somebody told me today there is no success without the suck.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I saw your post. I like that.
Yeah, man.
But you have to fail. You have to fail to succeed for sure.
Dude, yeah. If I wasn't a fucking screw up, dude, I don't think I'd be successful in any ride.
I agree.
I wouldn't feel any form of accomplishment, that's for sure.
Right, this is the Cherry Little. He's got to drive home. I'm trying to look out for him, okay?
I'm an important asset to the Rebel Tour, Miranda. Listen, Linda.
Oh man. What were we talking about? Son of a bitch.
I mean, we were.
Okay. Here we go. So, I had this woodworking business, right? And we were talking about this earlier today on the phone call. Getting involved with like your family and friends ordering from you is.
Yeah, let's dive into that. I really want to dive into that because I want to say everything I need to say without saying everything I need to say. You feel me?
So,
because I'm gonna let you say it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I 100% agree.
So, so getting family to help you in an endeavor is a different thing, right?
Right.
If they
I'm about to be homeless, Mom, can you pay my rent?
Well, no, or if you are doing a task and you need help completing that task on a certain timeline or whatever, that's one thing, right? But the second that your timeline becomes like friends and family and they want your services cheaper or they want... That's the worst kind of help.
They start getting picky because they're like, oh, I know I can push his buttons
right,
this
or they want it on an increased timeline or whatever.
They want you to expedite the shipping.
She says she's rather be a Linda than a Karen. Well, I agree.
You know what?
Linda's
a nice lady.
Linda's a nice lady.
I don't know why people get so mad about Linda.
Jay says she just peed a little. So... So I learned along that line that you can do those orders, but you expect the same out of those people that you expect out of any other customer. And realistically, they need to be like, you can't please everybody. In a business specifically, you'll never be able to make anybody all the way happy. They'll always have a gripe, a grievance, this.
But the goal is to keep that gripe or grievance off of Yelp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or off of your conscience, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to make...
I'm not gonna lie, I've deserved a couple,
Oh, yeah.
The times I've gotten them, I deserved it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And so, there's a lot of problems that come along with having your own business that people aren't prepared for.
Yeah, like people, on those off days that you clock out and you're like, hey, no, not going to the office.
Yeah.
On a moving job, I can't clock out that day, man.
Yeah. Well, or it's that, or it's timelines. It's I have 3 days worth of work. I have 5 days to get it done.
And I feel like
2 of those days I've got shit going on. I can't come to this. I have to do these 3 days. So it's at 6 o'clock at night that night going, I have to put in a 6 or more hour day tonight to get this done on time or whatever. when you're done at 6 o'clock, and your body's done at 6 o'clock, and your determination and fucking will to go on is done at 6 o'clock.
Right.
And
like
you have to do
mentally,
and you have to do 6 more hours because it's a timeline, it's a deadline, it's a whatever.
Right.
It got, you could have everybody saying that your stuff is the best, but if it's not sitting in their garage when it's supposed to be, that throws that fucking out the window, or whatever,
Yeah, and their expectations don't meet up with reality because they're not the one cranking wrenches.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, what do we got?
I feel like that happens a lot, bro.
Wow, we got some comments coming in here. Let me go back.
What's up?
Everybody, let's see. Miranda says, we have no life. Thanks for the entertainment, ladies. Yeah, hey, you're welcome. Deja's hopping in here. Fuck that, we have a trampoline. We have a life now. Trampoline does it.
Trampoline, can we put the sprinkler underneath?
Yeah, there we go. No pants off, dance off. Let's go.
Dance off.
I deeply feel this with my business. The struggle is real. Absolutely. Especially if you provide one thing, somebody wants a $20 something that's really, if you put your work into it's a $30 thing. You're not, if you shortchange yourself once, you're going to shortchange yourself every time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Dage says, yeah, we have no shit going on. Get to the show. American Rebel Tour. Yeah. We promoted it a couple times already. Whiskey's hopping in here. Are oranges called oranges because they are the color orange, or is orange called orange because it's the color of oranges? Yeah, right?
My brains are on the wall, man.
I don't know what that is. Yep, sure. Oranges. I'll say oranges are orange because they're the color orange. I don't know.
I think
Probably
that's I think that's maybe viable. I think maybe the fruit came before the color name.
I don't know.
How would they know?
I don't know, because there's nothing. What else is naturally occurring in nature that's orange besides flowers
and citrus fruit?
Yeah, I don't know. Leaves, maybe. Yeah.
In the fall.
He says, "Drive safe. Have a good night. We need you for the weekend." Now I'll fill in.
I know, like I said,
I think I got 4 power chords on memory. I can make it work. We're just doing Blink 182 covers.
Yeah, just take my hat. You won't even be able to tell. It'll be fine.
We're just doing Green Day and Blink 182 covers. That's it. And I might be able to work my way through them. We'll be okay.
And one Britney Spears cover.
But we're only doing... We're not doing lead guitar. We're only doing chorus guitar stuff the whole time.
GCD only.
Only.
80s Joel, man. We only play 80s Joel.
Late 80s, early 90s Joel. That's it. That's all we play. No, that's not 80s. Oh, man. Boats and hoes. Let's go.
I'm glad I didn't have that going down. That would have came through my nose. That would have been rough. Last time something came out my nose, I took green beans.
Whiskey. Play Freebird, yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to say that shit.
Oh, man.
God damn it. It's like a programmed response for the world.
Right? It is now. Because it's memes now and everything else. It's so bad.
Fuck.
Students are required to remember all subjects, while teachers are only required to remember one subject in school. Absolutely. I have a firm belief in this whole thing that as a teacher, as long as you know the source material, you can teach any goddamn thing. I don't think that's... I think that's terrible because...
I think we need more doers, less teachers.
Yeah, I agree with you. They have to be there. Teachers have to be there. But too many people...
Well, dude, it's saturated. It's saturated as fuck because people are like, oh, that's an easy career.
Yeah.
Really? That's why you're there? Right? Are you fucking kidding me?
Psychology is the one, right? So,
yeah, that's the one where...
what kind of degree do you have? Every girl with, a moon tattoo somewhere... has a psychology degree.
Let me see behind your ears, ma'am.
In their pocket right now.
But it makes the rest of them that are there actually, seriously, for real, look shitty. Because you get these 100%. Ditzy,
I have a psychology degree.
Easy breezy, yeah. Whoa, dude, that's not what this is.
Oh, yeah.
These people need
Whiskey
help.
says, getting a new pet. The women I picked their new name. Jada. Damn.
Damn. Too soon. Too fucking soon.
Dajan enjoys your teaching skills.
Yeah. You like my teaching moments, Dage?
Says, what the fuck?
It's funny, like, when we first...
You're gonna learn today, Dage.
I would call him Dagey. I call him Dagey, you know, with, like, you know, just kind of spin, like, a little, like, Australian kind of accent on it, because it's Dagey. You know, it's fucking weird, you know, it's cool. And he's like, don't call me that. He finally, like, spoke up one time. He's like, don't call me that. My grandma called me that. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, no, I won't do that no more. That's fucked up.
That's when you go, wow, your grandma calls me something way different,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, my grandma called me shit, man. All the time.
Oh, man.
You little shit. I'm like,
that's funny, man.
Yeah,
Your grandma calls me something way different than that, man.
Yeah.
You know, when my toes are poking through the Afghan.
oh, Jesus. Wow.
She's a giver, bro. She's a giver.
Damn. You know what's funny is my grandmother's name is actually Linda.
Oh, yeah.
Linda, for real Linda.
My mom's name is Glinda.
Oh,
Hey.
Grandma Linda.
Oh, man, look at this. We got
weird.
This is like that Batman Superman thing going on right now. Did you say Martha? Whiskey says too soon. People are still saying Casey Anthony's a great mom.
Oh, fuck.
Yikes.
Him.
Oh, man.
Dude. We were just talking about my Nashville story, right? Like, that whole thing was going on as I was, like, being a loser in Nashville and getting
you
drunk
probably
all the
partied
time.
with her. You didn't even know, bro. While she was, like, murdering kids, you're just
Dude,
out
it was
there.
such a huge deal, bro. Everybody was freaking out. It was like the OJ case, bro.
Oh, man.
People were losing their minds.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what?
How did
I didn't have cable at the
here's
time.
Here's the craziest thing of, like, how'd you get away with something like that? Like,
Bro!
Like, that is 100% the OJ case, because, like, there's so much
At least you
extenuating
got
evidence against you. How do you walk away from this?
Because the glove shrank, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was some
How
sort of
do you
glove
walk-
that shrank.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, oh, God.
OJ's a better player than Cam Newton. Facts. Big facts. Oh, my God.
At least she didn't write a book about it.
Oh, she has not. If I'd have done it. What is this guy thinking?
That's when the world dropped him on
You know
his
what,
face.
though? I bet he sold 1 million of them books,
yeah.
right?
You know how many people that you know what I'm saying?
There-
Like, they were glued to the TV the whole time.
You have to have a timeline. He went above the timeline, right? So he put it out too soon. Too soon. He
Bro.
put it out too soon. You know who has
He
the
was going broke, though. He needed to make some cash.
Yeah, but the perfect timeline. Mike Tyson put out a line of edibles out of his cannabis company that are shaped like little ears with a bite taken out of them, and they're called Mike's Bites. We talked about on the last podcast.
Dude, that's so fucking great.
Number one, Mike did not come up with that shit. He is not firing on all cylinders. That guy is. So it couldn't have been him. But a marketing team going, no, this is the right time for this.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking brilliant. I want to buy them just to have them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care. Like,
I have like one bottle in a shadow box, like or you know, like a time capsule you buried in your yard, and like 10 years later. Oh my god!
What do we got? Okay, Day just hopping in here with there ought to be a law. He says, I don't know what you're talking about, and. Whiskey hopping in here. I'll take a drink from Bill Cosby before I admit Cam Newton is a good football player or I think that OJ is innocent. 100% facts. You know what? I'm going to have an adventure if Bill Cosby gives me a drink. I'm going to have a great time. Great time. I'm not going to remember it, but I'm going to tell you what. He's getting the pudding one way or another. Oh.
I've always wanted to drink OJ with OJ. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a screwdriver, like have a drink with OJ, but we're both drinking a screwdriver. Like the irony of getting drunk on orange juice and vodka with the juice.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Come on.
Okay, so here we go. One celebrity that you could have a drink with. Only one celebrity.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
for real,
here,
man. You know what I would do? I would pick his brain. My first question would be, who's your marketing team? Yeah, for real. That's all I want to know.
John Daly. John Daly's mine. I would have a scotch or a whiskey and sit down with John Daly. Like the professional golfer John Daly.
I guess I never really got into... Tell me about him. I never really got into, like, professional
He's
golf.
like the bad boy of golf. He's like a bigger guy with like now he has like a full beard and he smokes cigarettes during the PGA Tour.
Nice.
And he goes out after the PGA. So he's the guy that allowed you to have carts during the PGA Tour. Everybody walks with a caddy, right? And he pushed it enough. He's like, no, my legs can't take it. So they let him have a cart. The only fucking PGA golfer on the tour ever to have a golf cart, like within the last couple of years. So, but he is an amazing golfer. He is in his own way from being the best. He could arguably be the best because he'll go out and he'll shoot like 50-yard putts, fucking 6 sheets to the wind sauced, and go out and just knock like no lookers from 60 or 70 feet away, dude. Just
I love how you're sports centering the shit out of this right now.
All he is like whiskey, cocaine, and hookers and PGA golf.
He's like Biff Tannen.
Like better.
Yeah, dude.
He is like better
Biff
than
Tannen
Shooter
and Tiger
McGavin.
Woods. Yeah.
Better than all of them. Like
Fuck you, Shooter.
He is, and the funny thing is, he's this big. He's probably not as fat as me, but bigger yet. So he's taller, bigger, right?
But he's just a beast.
But he's a big dude, big, and he has a big club. He drives a long ball, but he's like somebody said, you know, why don't you have injuries? And he's like, well, it's kind of hard to pull fat. Like, said, like you can pull muscle, but you can't pull fat or whatever.
That's fucking funny.
Dude just walks up and cranks 300s all day long, like nothing.
Fucking
like
awesome.
But he's just a beast of a man. Him or Bert Kreischer, for sure. Bert Kreischer, the comedian, the machine. Bert Kreischer.
I'm not
familiar. Yeah. So that's the two guys. What? God damn, we got in. Miranda's hopping in here with some laughs and some smiley faces. You stole that from a movie, genius. Who am I? I don't know. Lorena Bobbitt. What is she saying? Lorena Bobbitt. Oh, Whiskey says Lorena Bobbitt recently released a new line of knives called 7 Inches. Yikes! Stole off of Lucifer. I knew you watched it. I watched Lucifer. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I want to drink with Bill Murray or whiskey with Stone Cold. That'd be cool.
Bro.
But
whiskey with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I wouldn't do a whiskey with Stone Cold.
Oh.
I would just pound beers with Stone Cold, right?
Shotgun race with Stone Cold. I'd let him whoop my ass, dude.
Oh, man. But Bill Murray'd be a time.
2-second heads up, he'd still smash me, bro.
Bill Murray'd be a time. How'd you come up with the name for my podcast? My podcast? So, Horny Gnome Booze Cruise. So...
That's a good question.
Okay, we'll get into it. We can get into this. So, I look like a fucking garden gnome to start with. I'm like fat and I have a beard. So, I've always kind of looked like a garden gnome for like at least the last 10 fucking years or something. And then, I'm... like existentially horny. Like that's kind of my deal. Like I don't know what it is, but I mean I'm a guy and like I'm just fucking horny all the time. And so I decided it just happens, right?
I'm a real boy.
And so we got this house and the garage only has man doors. It doesn't have a garage door at all. So I knew I was going to just turn this place into a bar. There's and I could knock out a wall and put in a garage door. I didn't want to do that. I wanted a bar. And so I made a bar, and I wanted a cool name for the bar. So I named the bar the Horny Gnome Bar. Just like there's, Cockeyed Pete's or whatever else. I thought Horny Gnome was kind of a cool name for the bar.
Cockeyed Pete's, that's
and
great.
so I named it the Horny Gnome Bar. And then so from that, everybody, like a lot of people on social media and groups that I'm part of and stuff like that, have called me either Horny or Horny Gnome for, at this point, a couple of years. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just keep running with it. And so Horny Gnome Booze Cruise just became the podcast.
That's
where
really what it is.
me.
You're putting it in drive, and you're just
right.
going
I'm just going down on like an adventure and taking some brew with me and just So I think it's a cool. That's kind of where
it's a brilliant concept, honestly. Explain it.
There we go. Alex OJ quote. Oh, the OJ quote is from Lucifer. That's what she was talking about.
Oh, I don't know. I
don't know
what I said.
I don't know. It is what it is.
It just spills
so
out.
Cool.
It's
Fuck yes.
y'all.
Absolutely. And then Whiskey hopping in here. He likes to watch RedTube and loves midgets that ride mini boats. I mean, yeah. That's
about accurate.
That's him.
That's
him to a T.
Nutshell, bro.
She says, "Dude, I'm gonna find the video and tag you. Now get paid to become the gnomes for people. You can get paid to become. Oh no, I saw that video. You can dress up like a garden gnome and be in their garden. I'm not gonna do that. You know how hard it is to stay in that long
like
with a boner
and shit.
You don't know you dress up like a gnome and you like hang out in their fucking garden
With
or
a
whatever.
Boner?
Yeah, but that's what I said.
Is that a requirement?
I mean, no, that's my requirement. If I'm gonna be a horny gnome, I'm just gotta be full staff the whole time.
Viagra, 3 dose.
That's right.
Just trip
After
down.
4 hours, you don't call a doctor. You better call a doctor. She better call a doctor.
Yeah, that was the greatest part about the whole thing. It was like, they're letting you know, hey man, like this shit's fucking serious. It's like, if we're telling you it's serious, it's pretty fucking serious. You know?
After 4 hours, I'm not calling a doctor. She's calling a doctor. We're going to be lighting fires in that
Her
bitch.
throat's going to be rather raw after 4 hours.
Midgets' lives matter. Whiskey's hopping in here with this. Miranda's laughing. Whiskey, after 4 hours, don't call a doctor. Call me ladies. That's right. I've got some unrequited things that need to be taken care of.
I need Soyvist, alright? I'm fucking high maintenance.
How does that go? Either we fucking or I'm fucking, but somebody's fucking.
Yeah.
That's not funny. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. That sounds rather R word. And I'm not gonna say that.
It reminds me of a line from Zack and Mary Make a Porno, where Seth Rogen and Jay are like doing the Dutch rudder thing. It's like, it's not gay because like you're touching your dick and I'm touching my dick. We're just working the shoulder, man.
We're just working
like, you work my shoulder and I work your shoulder. Like, it's not gay. And it's like, all right, where's Mary? Like, oh, she's like sleeping on your pillow and shit, man. Like, something about it smells like you or whatever. Like, the ending to that movie was so bittersweet. I was like, oh man, she put him through the fucking shit ringer.
But it's a great movie.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, one of the top 5.
Great movie.
Top 10, barely.
Whiskey, I like pornos. 15 seconds at a time, right, Whiskey? Absolutely.
Damn.
15 seconds at a time.
That's good, bull riding.
I don't need to know your name. Just show me what you got.
Right.
I don't need a backstory.
Saw a fucking TikTok today. It was so strange. It's like this chick, whatever. She's like, newsflash, boys. Girls don't want dick pics. They want cum shots with noise. I'm like, when did this start? When the fuck was this a fucking trend? What the fuck? She just come right out with it. I'm like, god damn.
Now I'm like,
people got bored with just dick pics or what?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, now you gotta show them what your words.
Jesus.
Now you gotta be Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, you gotta literally show them for real, or else it's no dice ever.
For real.
Dick pic can be fabricated, right? Like it's not even real.
No, you gotta fluff it. It's a lot of work to send a good dick pic.
It's so much fucking work, bro.
And then you never from underneath. It's only hurt feelings underneath.
They say if you wear a watch next to it, it's supposed to help.
There's this great thing. Okay, so it was on a podcast, and then it turned into a TikTok. But he's like talking about measuring it with a ruler, right? You can only do it from the top or the sides. He's like, what about underneath? Nah, bro, it's nothing but hurt feelings underneath.
It's nothing but hurt feelings underneath. That's fucking funny, dude.
You gotta go way up. You can't do that.
That's
man.
Funny.
Oh, money shots for days, Whiskey says. Shit, Miranda says 16 seconds. Sometimes I read the title. Sometimes.
Dude, so I gotta bring this up, man. I'm not gonna touch on it too hard, but that's what she said. We'll bring this up. So I got lit on fire on not literally, but on Facebook. Like I posted. You probably saw my post. I posted it before we went up to the Yankton trip.
Yeah, no. No, it was about the Penn
know.
State. About the Penn State chick, right? Yeah.
About the college.
No, but I have the same feelings about it.
And like so many people mistook me for being like anti-trans, being a transphobe. It's like I just want to be outright with it. Like
it has to be equal. It has to be realistically
equal. This is about
equal.
sportsmanship. This is about freedom. This is about girls being able to be comfortable in their own sport, in their own lane. We're always telling people to stay in your lane, right?
They wouldn't even stand with her, them, whatever. They wouldn't even stand with her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They couldn't even stand with him. And I don't know if the quote was real, but like it was something about like if they think I didn't win that fair and square, they could suck my dick or whatever. I was I hope to God that wasn't a real quote.
It wasn't.
Okay, good.
But it was the best one out of all of them. It was the best one. They don't like it. They can suck my balls. That's what it was.
And I was like, God damn it, because there was a dude in the pool, and it's like somebody said something about it. Like there was a dad that like blew the whistle online and was like, "Why is there a dude in the pool in the lane left to my daughter?" Like,
well, so this isn't the first instance of this at all, right? So this is just NCAA swimming at this point, but it's happened in wrestling.
Again, I got nothing against anybody.
It's happened in wrestling. It's happened in
UFC.
UFC was the first big one that I remember.
There was a controversy in the Olympics where a girl had abnormal testosterone, but she was actually a female.
Okay, but I saw that from Jamaica or something like that, right?
They fucking shut it down.
Yeah, but they shut that down. But it's okay for I think it's ridiculous.
The dude has a dick.
You need to cross the board.
But to me, I think like if you look into it a little bit deeper, I think like what the real problem was that person was bullied, that person was beat up on, that person.
Okay,
Leah,
I get that.
Pre-trans, they couldn't perform in the pool, like they're in like 500th in this, 400th in that, you know. Well, and then you cross over, you still got all this testosterone.
I heard at one point though. So at one point, them as an athlete, as a male, was up in top 25. So top 25 of men, and then had an injury. After that injury is when the trans took place, and then became a female.
Because they knew they would never be.
I don't know if that's.
Because that's what like my mentality is like. Did you get that much bullied? Did you catch that much shit for not being able to perform anymore?
So say that person was,
because that can be traumatic.
Yeah. Say that person was from 4 years old. I am a female. Blah 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 blah. Right, and they go through their whole life as a male, trying, and then finances or whatever strikes during college or whatever, and you're able to do what you need to do or whatever to become. I'm sorry, but I still think that there's.
Wait till you graduate.
I think there. Well, okay, but then how do you translate that into professional? You know what I mean?
Or
like it's a hard deal. It almost needs.
Or be the one that starts the trans league, dude.
That's what I mean. It almost needs a separate. But then again, the second you separate it, then it turns into a segregation thing.
But in the same breath, it's like it's a male female thing. It's like this isn't fair to these girls, and now because these girls that are in high school are like, fuck,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to do HGH and look like a man to compete with this fucking new breed of athlete.
Whiskey hopping in here
like
with
super soldiers, you know.
Why not just have a trans-only sports? Just like we have men's and women's. If you identify as a trans or non-binary, make a trans or non-binary league. I agree with that.
She doesn't want to wait until it's a thing.
I agree with that.
But the same breath, like,
how is it fair?
Don't expect to. It's not.
It's a different chromosome.
It's dream crushing.
It's a different chromosome.
Yeah, man.
You are a different physical human being.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely
and she got beat.
Nothing.
I will point out that she did get beat by other females in the same thing.
Had to.
She got beat. She did get beat, but she didn't get beat in like the 500 fly or whatever it is, right? But she got beat in the other ones.
She turned it up. She's hustling, dude. She knows if she smashes and goes full speed, she's gonna smash them all.
Okay,
and it's gonna be a spectacle even more so.
So you turn this into a Joanna Man kind of. Do you remember that movie, Joanna Man? One of the Wayne's brothers? Wayne's brothers definitely produced it because they produced everything like that. But I can't think of
the white chicks, dudes.
No. You're thinking of white chicks. Joanna Man is where a black athlete turns into a female to dominate the WNBA.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes over to WNBA to find out that they hustle just as hard, they work just as hard.
He gets his ass kicked.
But they're physically different human beings and whatever. And I'm not saying that there's like a superior bullshit, whatever, because there is just as many female athletes that are superior at different skill sets than there are men at the, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Or whatever. You know, like, I hate to, like, but I think that there should be some kind of something there. You know what I mean?
There needs to be a
I don't know what it comes down to.
There needs to be a line, I guess, is we just need to draw the line. And, like, I mean, people be like, well, why have you been out of shape about it? Because it's like, because
it's unfair.
If we don't hold the line on this now, what is going to be the next fucking thing?
Well, okay.
Will Smith smacks Chris Rock like and just walks away?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you know how many people look up to that fucker?
No charges.
None!
That's on Chris Rock. No
cool.
charges.
Yeah, he had to play.
He probably won't be at the Oscars or the Academy Awards or whatever next year.
Yeah, he's not
going
to participate. I'm staying home.
But I mean, he's the most popular meme in the world right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and
it's not going to help his career. Get out of here.
I knew the Oscars was going on until I saw it
right?
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Is it
one
a
thing?
Bit staged?
One thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whiskey hopping in ears. I know what I identify as a whiskey bottle. My pronouns are drunk, falling down, each chip, each salsa, and salsa. There you go. Miranda hopping into. Gonna read the 80 comments now. Hey, you shouldn't have hopped off.
Well, because here's the other problem. Like I was talking to my mom the other day, and this is in small town, rural Nebraska, Hebron, Nebraska, Thayer County, right? There's I don't obviously no names, but there's a young lady, who identifies as a cat, requires that the school furnish. Hold on, I'm not done.
Like CAT,
meow.
Okay,
you know, like goes around on all fours, wears a collar that has her name on it. Shits and pisses in a litter box in the girls' locker room.
No, she does not.
All the facilities of women have to be furnished with a cat box, litter box. So that a human-sized litter box, mind you, where there's poop and urine, okay? So this is why I get outraged about the Leah Thomas thing, is because if anybody can go around being anybody and identifying with anything and you can't fuck with me because I'm a cat.
Where's the
you know
line?
what? I'm a motherfucking rhino.
Right?
I'm wild. I'm gonna go bulldoze through walls and shit. And you can't judge me for it, right?
Where's the line?
What exactly? Where's the fucking line? I'm drawing the fucking line. I'm done, dude. I'm done placating to this bullshit.
Fucking cat. I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
And it's happening all over the place.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
there's
it is.
Dogs.
I'm sure it is.
There's llamas.
The only cats used to be
spit on shit.
The only cats used to be chicks that had butt plugs with tails on them, and then they like meowed around on the bed, and you're like, whatever. You had to pay extra for it.
Well, yeah, of course. You know, yeah.
They were really into anime. That's all I remember.
Dude, and like I thought that like the weirdo shit, like the weirdness ended in the porn industry.
No, it's out.
But no, now it's bleeding into culture.
Miranda, due to the age fluids, I know I identify as 65-year-old man, so give me my 75 cents off my Denny breakfast.
Yep.
Absolutely, whiskey. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Miranda's hopping in here. Respect it, though. His wife is sick, and he is sticking up for her. Oh, no, I agree with that. I agree with that aspect of that act.
Yeah,
with
the
Will Smith
principle of defending his wife's honor, sure.
But he was laughing first.
Yeah,
until she gave him those eyes.
And it was approved in the rehearsal.
Until she gave him those eyes, and then he was like up on stage pulling a Kanye,
and she did nothing to stop him either.
No, she should have. She should have, right?
If you are
self-respecting any race, not just African American, if you were a self-respecting member of the human, you stop violence at all hands, right?
Yeah.
There could have been other things that were done to where Chris Rock would have had to apologize publicly.
Well, he did anyway, right? Like there was a write-up, and I was like,
but he could have
he
could have apologized later that the joke was in bad taste. But he's a comedian, right?
That was part of the shit.
All of the jokes are in bad taste. I'm sorry. The funniest stuff out of every comedian thing is all of the roasts, right? Because they talk about like the realest parts of somebody, and they make fun of it. They make fun of it because it's if you make light of something and whatever, that like takes its power away. You know, I'm not putting this up there with like the N-word or whatever.
He had to.
But right,
he had to be like, "Oh man, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me."
He had
what else was he gonna say?
Composure for sure.
Yeah, he played it off.
For getting an open
I'm proud
hand.
of him.
For an open hand, yeah.
For not punching him in the fucking face, I'm proud of Chris Rock. For not cocking back and like, seeing it coming.
I think Will Smith would have beat the shit out of him.
Ah man, I don't know. Yeah,
one of them has a trainer. One of them, I'm sure, doesn't.
But the thing was, Will Smith wasn't ready to be fucking cold cocked though. He wasn't ready. For it.
I agree. He wasn't ready.
He was in a rage state, and Chris Rock was like, I could methodically.
But that guy's trained. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Fight or flight's a fucking hell of a thing.
I tell you what, we're at an hour 30. How about this? We'll do one more song and we'll talk a little bit longer. I'm almost out of beer, so I'm gonna get one more beer while you're up. So we're gonna get up. He's gonna play one more tune. What's your favorite cover? I want you to knock out your favorite cover.
Oh man, we usually have the gizmos and gadgets, but
what's okay? You go off memory.
Drinking. Yeah, man. I usually wait till like 2 hours in. I'm like, all right, man.
Now you're loose and you're good to go. There you go.
I do want to play one that's it's about not being sober. I think it's fitting.
Do you want to play it now? You want to play it right now? Go ahead.
Yeah,
go to town. All right, go ahead. Tell them what it is or whatever. Go ahead.
The song is called "I Ain't Been Sober," and it's great. You've been my darling, sweetheart dear, since that night at the senior prom. Picked you up, it was clear. You had my hand in yours. You had the windows down. We were flying, that's for sure. Oh, I ain't been sober since you left. I've been fueling up on cocaine and best cigarettes. I ain't got a dime to my name or a pot to piss in. I ain't been sober since you left. That's all you get because you got to buy the song.
That's a good one, buddy. Nice job. I like that. That's got that old school outlaw country. I like that.
That's what I want to fuck with, man. I want to bring America back.
I like that Sturgill Simpson kind of fucking vibe. I like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy. Man. You gotta have, like, Luke Combs even wrote a song like, "Can I get an outlaw?"
Yeah.
And when I first heard it, I'm like, I don't know, Luke. Can you? Can I be that guy? So I started fucking with some different shit, and like the more and more I fuck with rockabilly, crossing it into that outlaw country, I'm like, oh, this is some boot stomping tasty shit right here.
So rockabilly does a really great job of following the flow of a bass line, right? to where the guitar is not the center, the bass is the center. So you follow this rhythm, you follow this nice poppy flow with rockabilly, where you don't with country music, right?
Right.
Country music is all about the strings. It's all about you follow the strings along, and that, like, the drums and everything takes a back road to that, where rockabilly is punched. You got
punch,
boom, yeah, and it just goes. Oh man, and there's never a slow rockabilly song.
No,
right?
No, even if it is like kind of toned down tempo wise,
but it's still
like
it's still 4/tempo. I think 4/4 tempo is like where it stops. Right? They don't go anything lower than 4/4 tempo.
They'll do that. They'll do that halftime shit too, like because Elvis would do some like 12-bar stuff, like some of his intros would be like real bluesy 12-bar shit, just real slick, right? And then you'd hear the drums kicking. I'm like, whoa, shit! Here we go.
It's almost like pop punk drums, right? Like double time over.
That's why I love pop punk so much.
Over a halftime melody, and you'll do double team drum. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
But that was back before the double kick.
Oh yeah. Travis Barker, man. Travis Barker laying. Like, I feel like he really pushed that pop punk sound over, right? So you have
where it was in the lower level, like underground. Like, he's like, no,
like between that. So no doubt, their drummer was a nice fast drummer that always kept like this nice fast pace behind halftime. Everything else, you know.
That's why, like, no matter how bad she whined, everybody loved shit.
No doubt was dope shit back in the day.
Either. Thanks, man. You fucking teaching me some.
There we go.
Tonight.
Miranda's hopping in here. The G string is very important. Deja always breaks it. Well, it's because he's trying to bite on it with his teeth. Sage hopping in. Too good with my fingers. That's not your fingers. Your fingers are probably size fucking like 30 or something like. You got just under Andre the Giant fucking fingers. You fucking behemoth bastard.
Freshman Franks.
Oh, man. Yeah, right? They're skinny, but they're so long.
Dude, what if we came out with a hot dog brand called Freshman Franks, but they're like double the size of like the biggest hot dog on the market?
Oh, man. No, Deja's like the womb broom. Like super long, but like super thin.
The womb broom? What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. We love you, Dage Lee.
Oh, man. So, just in case, when Dage hops in here, eventually when he comes on the podcast, I'll show you how tall he really is. But Dage is, I don't know, 6'5", 6'6", right? He's tall.
Dude, he's at least 6'8" and 2/4.
He's fucking tall as shit. Tall as shit. But he's skinny. He's a skinny. He's definitely thicker now than he used to be. But he's still a skinny fucker. He's like Slender Man.
He's Slender Man's beefy brother. So like he's the Slender Man wishes he was. You know?
It's issue 5'2". Yeah, to your waist, motherfucker. Your dick is in my face all the time.
Man. Yeah, like we'll be slamming down junk food and like I'll see myself gaining, right? Because I gain really easy, and he's just fucking right there.
Well, yeah, it's gotta fucking travel, bro.
It doesn't go anywhere for him, man.
It's gotta travel.
How did he wait?
Oh, it's gotta travel. Like his esophagus to his stomach.
Well, it takes so much energy for him to even operate his massive frame. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like me if I had stilts.
He's like the fucking Iron Giant.
Yeah, man, the Iron Dage, dude.
We're over here operating at like fucking what is that? What's the Short Circuit? What's the fucking robot's name on Short Circuit? We're on like that level, and Dage's Iron Giant level. Like that's fucking. too
I
tall.
love that they put the Iron Giant in the theater downtown Omaha.
his wife's hopping in here. He shits 5 times a day. No fucking joke.
Like a horse.
Listen, I shit 5 times a day too. Probably
2 if I'm lucky, man.
Maybe
I don't know what my
3.
deal
Maybe
is.
3.5.
Am I too stressed out? Isn't that like it can make you shit less? Right?
I don't know. I don't know. None of them were whole though. I just fucking paid the bowl. Boom, baby. It's just fucking. It's all aggressive and it's
one
not
shot,
funny.
1 kill. It's painted. It's done.
Boom.
If only we could monetize that.
Like loading fucking slugs in the shotgun, baby. It's one shot.
Well, honey, you gotta paint the baby's room. Okay, I'm on it. Go to Menards.
She says, I'm like once a week, man. Well, you have some
Shit.
pent-up stress
You
going
need to
on.
eat some fiber, girl. Go eat some frosted mini wheats.
Something. You gotta get that fiber
Some
up.
oat milk.
Oh, man.
I'm about
damn.
some oat milk, dude. I love me some oat milk.
What? There's
Dude.
no oak tit, bro.
Man, I'm right. No, it's not chunky. You're right.
There's no oak tit. You can't. Almond milk's the same fucking way, bro.
There's no almond. Where's the almonds?
There's no tit on an almond. Not one.
There's no tits.
There's no tit on an almond. Not one, bro.
Man, but it's so smooth, man. It's so smooth.
I can't do. So okay. So
It's better in coffee. I think.
we're gonna talk physical health. We're gonna go into this, okay?
Word.
So you were a personal trainer. So were you in better shape then than you are now?
I'm getting back there because like
Okay.
my Facebook story keeps reminding me, hey,
Yeah.
hey, you see you kicking ass 3 years ago, fat piece
Oh.
of shit. You know, that's like when I see the fucking time op shit.
So
It makes me
So
feel like a loser.
I got
so I'm
that
getting it
too.
in.
So my gym pics will pop up on my fucking thing from 4 years ago. Well, 3 years ago, I broke my leg, had 3,300 pounds of drywall fall over on a job site,
that.
and
Ow.
crushed my fucking leg.
Yeah, you're done
So
for
I
a
went
while.
from running 3 to 9 miles a day
Bro, for real?
to nothing.
Fuck.
To nothing. At 215, I would.
Stacked.
At 215, I would run 3 to 9 miles a day. I did fucking P90X a couple times through, all that shit. Was
Word.
going to the fucking gym every day. To now, I am this fucking motherfucker.
That's
I am
why you need
Snorlax,
this outlet, man.
the Pokemon.
What can you do though? Like, what did the doc say you have
So
limitations?
my leg at this point is probably 75%. My ankle is at 75%. So that means that the worst part of all of it is that my cartilage is non-existent between my leg bones coming down to my ankle. Like there's like that cartilage is gone essentially now. So
the squats are out of the picture.
no, I think I could probably do that, but I can't. I
Bodyweight
can't
squats
run
and-
and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
you don't need to run, bro.
But-
I can
so I-
get you stacked up without any cardio.
So cardio would be no impact. So it'd be like
Swimming.
biking and swimming, and it has to be all low impact.
Biking's easy peasy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I. So when I
It's
trained for the
an easy start.
triathlon, that was like my number one thing was I could bike, fucking ridiculous.
I need to get back
in.
into it, bro. 'Cause,
I know.
Like, it was my sauce, bro. I was loving it.
So now it's like but now it's kids. It's this and this and this and this. And like trying to
man.
fit
If
in
I
a
was dad,
workout.
I wouldn't.
Trying
I
to
wouldn't
fit
do
a
good
workout
shit.
in is un.
That's
it
why
just
I'm
doesn't
doing
happen.
it now, you know, because like I'm 31, my wife to be is 30. You know what I'm saying? And like we agreed if we don't have kids by 35, then like we're just not gonna do it. You know, so like I'm getting in shape to like where I can offer, if it were to happen, I can offer something to that kid and not, you know what I'm saying, not feel like fuck I'm a loser.
Miranda says, "I love fitness. Fitness pizza in my mouth." That's right.
Ah.
Kevin says, "My buddy
nice.
Kevin, Special K's in here. You're full of shit." I'm not full of shit.
Is Special K, is that a slur?
No, Special K. His name is Kevin, so I call him Special K.
I'm just making sure.
No, I got what you're saying.
I mean, like PR shit, right?
I mean, depending on the day, there's days where I'm like, bro, but no,
Like Trump makes a noise at some guy and he gets roasted. Like
he's a
just gotta be careful.
Kevin's a cool dude. But I did. So like I trained for triathlons back in the day and stuff like that. Even as heavy as 215. But 215 was like an almost 400 pound bench at the time too, probably, right? So it's big. I was big all around big, you know. But now I'm just fucking so goddamn fat. I am right now 300, and that's with cutting pop completely almost out of my diet. And I'm 300 pounds.
But a lot of this has some empty calories.
But it's this, right? But this is my hobby. This is
right,
one
so
beer,
you
one
can't
beer
cut
a
it
day.
out. You just gotta like
supplement.
be mindful.
So yeah. So even
counteract it with activity.
Even cutting portions down.
Because if you lift, these are carbs. Like you can use carbs to build.
Oh,
muscle.
all right, yeah, but I don't let.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't let. And I spend 80% of my day in a fucking cab of a pickup driving around. That helps.
Yeah, that's the job.
Zero, right?
Yeah.
So that helps zero. So it's truck driver, almost truck driver, fucking miles sometimes. Like I'll travel 300 to 500 miles a day, in between a job where I walk 500 to 600 steps.
Shit, damn.
You know what I mean? So
you're getting steps in, right? Like
I get
it's keeping you from being my 500-pound life, right?
Yeah,
like you don't want to go there.
I easily get 5 to 700 or 5 to 7,000 steps in a day, easy.
More than me, bro.
Good on you. So that's a day. But then I come home and I at least do one beer review on podcasts. Obviously, I do 3 or 4 or 5, whatever.
Yeah, but some of these don't have a fuck ton of empty calories, right? Because some of them have less ingredients,
some
less
do,
bullshit.
Some do and some don't. The higher the ABV, the higher the sugar content, so they will have the sugar. The sugar, I think, is what fucking gets me, right? So I used to drink pop because of the caffeine mostly, right? So that woke me up in the day. I would drink 2 to 2.5 liters of pop a day.
During the day now?
I don't.
Just black coffee.
I don't do anything. So to get my,
you don't have a caffeine fix?
I do.
What you got?
So, but then it's worse, right? So anymore, I'll do a monster a day, which is like fucking terrible, right?
Heart attack.
The worst thing you could do, right?
Yeah, that's a punch.
But that would be the equivalent of like doing pre-workout to start your day.
I have a shameless plug, all right? Jocko Fuels. It's called Discipline by Jocko Fuels.
So I used to do Bucked Up in the mornings.
That shit fucking rocks, bro.
Love it. But Bucked Up makes your skin crawl.
It's a pre-workout, my guy.
It makes your skin crawl.
You gotta go
it
like,
makes your fucking eyes bug out of your head.
Yeah.
I love
I don't
Bucked
go
Up.
lift after I drink Bucked Up. I'm fucked.
So my problem with Bucked Up is I would do Bucked Up and I would drink later in the day.
Oof.
That's like that's this close to roid rage. It's so bad.
That's an up-down thing.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So Bucked Up in the morning to start with like a nice Bucked Up protein shake or something like that. That was great shit. With a little bit of pre-workout in there. Boom, boom, boom.
They have great products.
But I was like on the start before my injury. I was on the start of like dry scooping, and then going and working out. But I was dry scooping and going and
dry scooping animal, man.
Yeah, but then I'd go and then I would go and squat, fucking 600 pounds, 700. You know what I mean? Like crazy fucking shit. But now I don't lift at all. I don't lift at all.
Well, because dude, an injury like that would put anybody in fear from.
Oh yeah, no, I'm terrified. I'm terrified every day that it's gonna, like I roll my fucking ankle and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna break my fucking ankle now, because I'm just now it's got hardware.
To the body.
It's got hardware in it now and stuff that I think that it's not probably going to. It's probably stronger than it was before. Physically,
however, the mental
it's there.
Taxation that it's put on you.
It's terrible. It's so bad.
To be sat down, basically, like
no,
life benched you, like, hey, sit on your ass, Shane.
I never dealt with like real depression until I got injured. So I went from 3 or 4 jobs, could do anything I wanted to do, even at a bigger guy, right? Even at a 200 to 225 at that time. Even as a bigger guy, I could still touch the rim at 225.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was still a capable guy at 225. And then my injury happened, and I was, like, stuck on a couch with my foot up in the air because it was supposed to be elevated at all times for, like, the first 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So I went from, I couldn't get my own plate to fucking eat dinner. I couldn't.
Your independence was gone.
I couldn't.
That's what makes old people go crazy.
I pretty much couldn't like bathe myself. Like I had to wrap my foot in a grocery bag and like hang it out of the side to just take a bath, and stuff. And it just took away all of that empowerment and independence,
all the motivation
and,
you ever built up,
and it just destroyed it.
Gone.
It just destroyed it. And then so then I built myself back up from that, but I'm not physically
you
there.
Gotta fight this battle first.
Oh
though.
man, it was so bad. It was so bad. And I still have days. I still definitely have depressed days and stuff like that where I never did before. But now that it's here, that shit don't go away. That shit don't like take it back to you like, oh no, he's good now. I'm just gonna like fucking hang around. No, once it's there, it's like fucking knocking on your door all the time. Like, oh, you can't fucking, your paycheck doesn't cover rent this week. Oh, it's probably not going to cover fucking electric next week. It's not going to do this. It's not going to do that. Hey, how are you going to pay this? How are you going to pay that? And it just fucking builds and builds and builds.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And you're like, oh man, I can't fucking do anything.
And then you want to fucking bash your face against the wall, like,
oh,
God
man,
damn
so
it, you know,
so
like, fuck, man.
We got a bunch of people in here. What do we got? Let's see. I'm in. Oddball says I'm in great shape. Round is a shape. I agree. Round is a shape. I'm that shape. So.
Round is acceptable.
Let's see. Miranda says I'm not fat. You're not fat. I'm fluffy. I am.
Whatever happened to the word husky? You're not fat. You're
I'm
husky.
fucking uber husky. Drinking calories is the worst. So easy and so delicious. Oddball, I completely agree, man. Miles every day. Kevin, absolutely. 3 to 9 miles a day. I could, like, show you the Facebook post, bro, from my watch. 100%. I had a girlfriend that ran marathons at the time, so I'd go running with her all the time. Diet is 80% of it. I agree. At least 80% of it. It's a lot. You can't be emptying calories into your body at 9 o'clock and then going to bed. There's a lot of... Intermittent fasting is a good way of getting away from all that.
You gotta have conviction, man. That's the other thing.
It's
you
rough.
Have to have fucking conviction. If you really want to do the fast track with intermittent fasting, you have to convict yourself. You have to wake up one day and decide this is
the worst.
The path.
The worst one I've heard, as far as like working, but the worst is the potato diet, where you eat only potatoes in any form without anything extra. So there's no butter, no spices, the spices maybe.
All starch diet, basically.
But it's just potatoes.
Pure magnesium.
For 30 days or something ridiculous like that.
What the fuck?
Can you imagine eating bland ass?
I fucking love potatoes, man.
I love potatoes too, but you give me 2 days. That's that's all you can eat?
What is allowed? Hot sauce at least? Because hot sauce is like
maybe, but
calorie.
So salsa.
I'm thinking challenge accepted, right? Like, go get me some fucking hash browns. That'd be a cheap grocery bill.
Yeah, but fucking, how long does that last? How long does that last before you go through every goddamn potato recipe?
Then you put it all right back on. You're like, oh my god, I miss regular food.
Yeah, fucking it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. Terrible.
Yeah,
Oddball hopping in here. Beer is period bad. I completely agree. It is empty calories. It is fats. It is carbs. It's shit. It's shit, but it's delicious. I do diet pop and so I won't do diet pop. Aspartame has ridiculous connections to.
That's why I quit drinking Bang, dude.
To Alzheimer's and all kinds of shit. Like, my grandma drank Diet Coke for probably, I don't know, 30 fucking years I've been on this planet or something. She was getting to the point where she was remembering stuff that had in the same fucking conversation. Got off diet pop, got to regular pop, and it's coming back. It's not always there and whatever, but like...
And I mean, the regular pop's not much of
it's not any better.
Change, but the aspartame alone
is bad news.
Dude,
aspartame is terrible. Yeah. Terrible.
Man, yeah.
Potatoes are high in carbs. Yes, they are high in carbs, but if that's all you fucking eat... It is what it is.
Oh, God, I would get burnt out.
It would be terrible. It'd be terrible. Diet equals chemicals, yummy, LOL. It is. That's what like, the sad thing is, that's what, sugar isn't a natural, the aspartame is not a naturally occurring substance in the world. It's a produced chemical thing that mimics sugar. It's just not. I mean, it's
man. It's
the same
just
shit.
It's just to make people feel better about consuming junk shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, well, it's technically there's no sugar in it, man.
Yeah, but it's the same shit. It's still 70% water, and then everything else that's in it is so bad that they have to dilute it down with that much water to make it consumable.
Yeah.
You know?
Can eat rust off a bumper.
Coca-Cola will eat rust off of a bumper with a fucking Scotch-Brite pad.
Yup.
But you put it in your body. What do you fucking think it does in your body?
Cleans you out. Cleans you out real good.
The fuck it does.
Colon blow. I mean, Coca-Cola.
Woosatail, what's up? If you're still in here, what's up, man? So yeah, no. So this beer we've been drinking on, that I didn't really talk about, this is Secret Bear Hug.
Oh, that sounds dirty.
Same bear, but he's giving the old shh kind of thing. My fucking lights are killing it. But, yeah, Hazy IPA, it is... Oh, I'll find it here. I don't know what it is. We're gonna throw out that's probably about 6%. Oh, here we go. 6.5. I was wrong. But what'd you think of it? Did you like it? It was good.
Yeah, smooth.
You drank more of it than I have yet. So,
yeah, I loved it.
That was good. It was
went
good.
Down nice.
So, I mean, we're hitting almost a 2-hour mark. We'll go a little bit past that for you. What do you got coming up? Let's talk about what you got coming up.
Well, we've got this weekend. We're going to Beer Can Alley again, and Dage Lee, you can chime in since you got the calendar. You can chime in on the comments with our upcoming shows. And yeah, I'm excited for Beer Can Alley for sure. Like I try not to look too far ahead. It's Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
And it was one of the shows that I had brought on. It was the only show that I booked really. And just wanted to play Beer Can Alley so bad because he's got 3 locations.
Okay.
You know, so I'm thinking, you know, we get in with the people that have multiple bars.
Yeah.
We'll have an easier time booking.
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
all right, we got a good rep with this guy. He's got 3 named this and 5 others named something else.
What have you guys done out west so far?
Out west, oh man, we've made some great relationships out at Red's Bar and Grill in Mitchell.
Okay, that's way out there.
We're going to go out there again in June 25th.
That's almost Wyoming there, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're actually going to be in Holyoke, Colorado, coming up down the road. It's like a private thing. It's a wedding, I believe. Yeah, it is a wedding.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd
yeah,
be different.
Man, on a golf course, like this, like PGA.
So we talked. I don't mean to cut in here, but we've talked about this.
Do.
So me and Tasha will eventually get married. She was married for 16 years, so we're not in a big rush, right? We've been together for 3 years now already. We're not in a big rush, but we've talked about this because I'm friends with a lot of musicians, and so we've talked about like who we'd like or whatever. So I'm really good friends with Rascal Martinez, too. Like, I'm as good friends with Rascal Martinez as I am Dage, probably.
Nice.
And so we'd love for him to, but his schedule is ridiculous, too, and whatever. And so we talked about it, and she's like, we could just do a DJ. And I'm like, that is a huge disservice to all these friends that I've built up over these years.
All these live musicians.
I'm friends with, like, people in big bands, too, that, like, know me by name and, like message me every day to where like it would be a disservice for us to not have live music at our whatever. So it'll come down to who's available when, I'm sure, or whatever. But yeah, I'm not sure who will. I
ended up hiring Daniel in the Deliverance. Their slogan is "Real Fake Bluegrass."
Oh, there you go.
They cover a bunch of tunes, a bunch of pop tunes, and they play it bluegrass.
No, but that's so.
You know, it's so niche. It's awesome.
But that's my whole like. If I take regular music out of it, that is my whole thing. Like I was a huge Weird Al fan back in the day too, because he could that parody stuff. But I love when another band can take a song, make it their own, and make it listenable to where you're not necessarily thinking of that other band, right? So. Say like Hands Like Houses. Hands Like Houses does a cover of like an Alanis Morissette. No. Torn is by Natalie Imbruglia. They do a cover of that, and it's phenomenal, and it makes it sound like that's their song. You know, but it plays enough homage to the original that you still enjoy it. But whatever, you know, Disturbed did that with Sounds of Silence. That was Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah,
you know, Five Finger Death Punch. The only good cover, in my opinion, that they've done is Bad Company. I thought they did a fantastic. They've done other covers. I don't think that they do the same justice.
I enjoyed the Zombie cover by Nonpoint.
Yeah, Non-Point is a better zombie cover than
Non-Point
everything.
did a In the Air Tonight cover that was fire.
Oh yeah, that was
so good,
phenomenal,
fucking good, man.
And there's a lot like that too. And the only bad thing is there's a lot of bands that are coming up that's all they do.
Because it's like a new troll method, dude,
or something.
Let's make a cover of a huge hit.
Our Last Night is a phenomenal.
You fucks with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But that's all they do now, right?
My buddy, actually, my second roommate in Nashville, actually played a show, was on the same bill with Our Last Night in, like, year 2 of their career.
So, but they used to have covers, and they used to have original music, but most of their stuff was original music, and then they would throw in covers. And then as soon as their covers got big, all they do now is covers.
Well, yeah, that's the moneymaker, man.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate thing, right?
Right.
So
that's why I want to write. That's why I want to write some original music and put some stuff out.
Still in there, yeah.
That'd be the wifey.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be the wifey. But yeah, I want to put some stuff out there like that. Don't Speak, dude. That song I want to put that out because I wanna. I don't know, man. I want to release some content that perks some ears, like some outlaw country that makes you think, like, hey, man, are we really so PC culture that we're letting this shit slide?
Okay, here we go. I got an outlaw country question for you. So you know Adam Calhoun, right? Do you know who Adam Calhoun is?
I'd have to hear some of his stuff.
Okay, so Adam Calhoun is a big TikTok and YouTube star. And he dropped a song recently that drops the N-word. Like, soft A still, but enough that he says it, and he's a big, bulking white guy. But he's big, right? So he's big like Amari King big. He's big. He's big. He's known. He's a known guy. He is a, musically not as much, but as a social media personality.
Yeah,
he's up there, right?
And I don't want them to like interfere with one another, but that's why I want to do like.
But it is
outlaw, yeah,
right. That's how you get discovered anymore.
Right. You gotta like cross pollinate your shit.
So you have to bring new faces to your music one way or another. So the only way, say, middle of Nebraska, play as many shows as you can, get in front of as many people as you can, book big shows when you can get on big shows and stuff like that, and get yourself in front of different viewers, and that's how you grow your viewership. That's how you grow your following, right?
Right, and that's why I'm going to utilize the TikTok thing more.
You have to utilize social media, though.
Because, post some covers, this and that, and I really, I kick myself sometimes for not taking advantage of it sooner, but it's like there's no other time like the present.
Yeah. The one thing that pushed me into the podcast is I was like, okay, I'm going to wait, I'm going to get the at least entry-level gear, I'm going to get this and this and this, and somebody just goes, why wait for all that? Just put it out there, even if the audio quality's bad, even if the video quality's bad,
content
you're starting somewhere, you're putting, and then you have a, this is your bottom line, grow from there, make the audio better the next time. Try to figure out a way of making the video better, make the content,
exactly. Yeah.
Whatever.
You tune as you go, man.
And if
so
people
aren't doing
wait and they don't do it,
then
you're going to be the guy on the island waving at the ship that everybody else is fucking sailing away on, going, "Oh
Sometimes
man,
I feel that way about like the Bitcoin and stuff, but I'm like, I've got my own thing going on. Like I've got a lot of other shit going on." Do you ever feel that way, like with crypto?
I have a bunch of friends that will post this going up this amount today or this amount, and I have a 401k, and I kind of try to do that the right way and stuff too. But I've never gotten big into that. I've never gotten big into stocks or whatever.
I need to feel like I'm missing the boat on.
Sometimes, right? Because a guy will have $300 into this, and the next day it's $3,000, and you're like, what the fuck? But what you don't see is that it was $300, and then it was $200, and then $50, and then it was $1,000 and then it was $20. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see all that. You see the one time. You see that $30 that he put in and it turned into $3,000 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
they're always pimping
because so that's what social media does, right? Social media doesn't give you the in between. Social media will either give you the bottom, like the rock bottom, or the fucking highs of highs, right? It'll give you the top picture that person took that day in a perfect scenario that they thought needed to be taken. That didn't follow that 10-hour day that guy had where he fucking hated his life and was answering to a boss that he didn't like and a secretary that gave him shit and blah 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 blah. It doesn't post all that. It posts when he came home and ate a 6-course meal that his wife prepared. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, that guy lives in the lap of luxury, where you don't see all the
you're
bullshit.
Seeing the microcosm of it.
You see this guy's life in a microscope, and you go, oh man, that guy's life.
Image.
Then it gives you this weird, which is a new thing for our generation. It gives you this weird keeping up with the Joneses FOMO thing, right?
yeah.
And to where you're like, oh, I want what that guy has, or what that, or or
because it creates more consumerism, dude. It creates you.
It's not only that.
I gotta go get that.
It's affected people's personal lives, right?
Yeah.
Because you are satisfied with your partner, you think that they're physically beautiful, blah blah blah, and then you go on social media and there is 1,000 girls and 1,000 Instagrams that look better than your old lady at the time or whatever. And then you're like, oh, why can't
there's a link to a dating site?
And then why can't you be this and what?
Yeah, man.
I don't fall into that category, but there's enough people that do.
It's so suggestive, like they push it on you.
Well, so I'll premise, or not premise necessarily, but I'll interject that these, but men in general are all pieces of shit. I don't care what anybody wants to argue with, right? So men are pieces of shit into the fact that, like, we will pay for fucking nudes. We will pay to get on these sites and these OnlyFans. OnlyFans has to be 90% paid for by men. Because we're willing to pay for boobs and tits and vag pics and whatever, because we're all fucking degenerates. Like 90% of men are fucking degenerates.
There's a reason the porn industry is the biggest industry.
Oh, absolutely. But that being said, the alternative of that would never happen. The alternative of that, of a OnlyFans where it's the male side, will never get as big, because women, their brains don't function like that. They wouldn't pay for dick pics. They wouldn't pay for.
Well, no, there's not as many women that are degenerates like
there is
dudes.
some. There is some,
simple.
and there's some, and that's why there is a small market for that stuff.
I feel like women are a lot more mindful.
Maybe, or
stuff
to an extent, they don't put, not all of them put the same amount of stock of like moral stock into like the sexual side of relationships. They're more about the interpersonal side of relationships,
right.
Stuff like that. Where like we put a lot of stock into sex, like males in general put a lot of stock into the sex part of things, to how a value of a relationship is. If the sex isn't good, then the relationship isn't necessarily good, whatever.
Right,
where that's not the way that a female necessarily operates.
No, because they're operating with feeling and nurturing.
There is, and I won't say that. I'm not going to cut any of them out. I'm not going to say that doesn't happen. There's plenty of women that have a exuberant amount of sexual force that will like ellipse 90% of the men that they date, because they're whatever. But the difference is, in a consumer sense of the word, I'm sure that the statistics are something along the lines of 80% of whoever signs on to Pornhub are males. And then I'm going to assume that something along the lines of 70 to 80% of the patrons that pay for OnlyFans are males as well.
Oh, yeah.
And so
that's why if you are a male, they're much more strict on passing your profile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's all sorts of complaints about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot going on there, and you know, there's a lot of talk about how the sex industry isn't work. I think it is. I think that there's, you know, women that decide to go into that.
There's a desire for it. It's a supply and demand thing.
It's still
the same thing with alcohol, man.
It's no different than
We
Maxim.
want it.
It's no different than Sports Illustrated. It's no different than any of those. Just less clothes are shown. That's all it is.
Well, the only way you're going to shut it down, though, man, is everybody boycotts porn.
And it's not going to happen.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Not happening. Not happening.
Not in this lifetime.
Not in any lifetime.
My bladder's about to explode.
No, I'm right there with you. Okay, guys. So, I want to thank my guest Alex for hopping in here, playing a couple tunes for us.
Yeah, sorry,
talking stuff. You can catch Alex on the American Rebel Tour. Go on Facebook, the American Rebel Tour on Facebook. And they'll have all their dates and who's playing and whatever.
All
Alex is playing
and everything.
almost all those shows. And Dage Lee is playing almost all those shows. And then you can catch Get Up on Grind on almost every podcast form,
Apple,
right?
Spotify, those two for sure, and then Anchor. Those are the three main ones.
There you go.
That I direct people to, and then there's a Facebook page, Get Up and Grind Facebook page. So just get on there, follow, and that's where I post other content like blog style content.
There you go.
Like quick little like live streams, like, hey, random thought, like, feeling really depressed today. I went for a run, try it out. If you're feeling like shit, I have like little things.
There you go.
After
Very cool.
a workout, I have like little snippets. So tune in.
And then you have a TikTok that's starting. What's your TikTok?
Yeah, man. So it's alexander.eberhardt.music is my TikTok. Same thing with my Instagram. And then my music page for Facebook is Alexander R. Eberhardt. And you can also link that through the American Rebel Tour. You'll be able to see stuff like my profile. And then Alex Eberhardt on just my personal page. That's where most of my content gets posted and shared.
Very cool, very cool.
I'm all the fuck over the place on social media. I've got a merch store. I've got, it's just Google me.
And so I will chime in with, so I've seen him twice now. You do great with that raspier, louder stuff. So that Luke Combs kind of stuff and everything, I really jive with it.
The intensity.
Oh yeah, no, I like that.
I like pop country too, but I honestly I play it for the audience. I don't.
I feel that.
The Elvis stuff. That's
I think
really come alive.
I think you should do a cover of "Give Me One Reason."
Oh,
you know what I'm
it's
talking
on
about?
my list of learn.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be good. I think it'd be for your
I
voice.
I wanted to play it for you at Banana Rams, but I didn't know it yet. I'm like, oh
no. Give me one reason to be good. I think that'd be a good jam for you to learn. So anyhow, this has been Horny Gnome Booze Cruise, episode 9. All up in ya. This has been Alex Eberhardt. Eberhardt. God damn it. Hey, you know what? I got it right the entire podcast.
Ebb and flow, right?
Until the whole podcast, I got it right until the end. And I've been Horny Gnome, and we're done. We're out of here. I'm gonna close this now. We're not gonna.
Peace.
We're done. Peace.